Good evening and welcome back to West Ham Irons United. My name is Anton. I'm joined by Alf and Matt. Alf and Matt, we've got Chelsea tonight. This is our Matchday Live. Keep the subscribe button hitting that bad boy. Hit the thumbs up and keep the comments coming in. Guys, there's some breaking news. Now, we do wait officially for the news to come out, but we get fed some news, some information, etc. And the news is as follows. Benrahma has been dropped. Benrahma has been dropped and Noble takes his position. That is the news that we're hearing tonight for the team news. Now, we'll get official confirmation in 10 minutes' time. But the news that we are hearing is that Benrahma is being either rested or dropped and Noble is coming in to the side. On top of that, we're hearing that Lanzini isn't even making the squad because he's injured due to the announcement that he made on his own Twitch account, I think it is. Anyway, Alf, what's your thoughts if this is true?
Yeah, I think first of all, I think it's a bit odd that Lanzini is making an announcement and the club's not making an announcement based upon that. I'd find that a little bit odd. But there we go. I wonder if Moyes will have anything to say about that. But in terms of Noble, yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that. I was kind of saying to you just before we kind of kicked off tonight, as it were. I think Moyes is going to consolidate tonight and keep it tight. You know, hopefully, either come away with a draw or just a sly win. Something tells me this is a bit of a step backwards. But in saying that, as you so rightly said, Noble, Souček and Rice. There's a couple of games that they had. Near the start of the season, we're doing all right. So, who am I to say? We could be laughing or crying at the end of the game.
We could be. But before we come to yourself, Matt, let me remind you that today's show is, of course, sponsored by our sponsor at One Football. Check out the video.
West Ham's Irons United and One Football have partnered up for the month of December. One Football is everything you could possibly need in a football-related app. From live scores, stats, transfer news, it is everything that a football fan could possibly need in one. Now, what we need you guys to do is go over to our YouTube channel, look in the description, and you'll find a link to download OneFootball's app. Get involved. It's my go-to, and we are delighted to be teaming up with them for December.
As Richard said, get into our link below. It takes you to the application store if you're on Android or you're on Apple. It's free. It's a great app, I must admit. I'll be honest with you, I never even heard of them until they contacted us, and now I use it. It's my go-to app. Anyway, Matt, people are...
Can I
go for it.
Interrupt? Sorry, who was that was just speaking?
Richard Farson.
Really? Sure. Oh, I thought somebody from Harry Potter or the Famous Five or something. It's a bit odd, right? But carry on. I stay corrected.
Yeah. Listen, people are coming in the comments going, why are they changing the team, etc. Listen, I'm just telling you what we're told, right? We don't proclaim to be in the know. We don't want to be in the know, have no single bit of interest in being in the know. I'm telling you right now, I hope the news that we've been given is completely wrong. I personally do. But we're gonna talk for the next little while before the teams are announced, and of course as we go along, I think we've got a Chelsea fan coming on as well, and we'll discuss it and try and maybe justify the decision somehow. But anyway, Matt, go for it.
Look, we sat here before. Was it the Norwich game last year when he picked Souček, Rice, and Noble's midfield three, and we were like, this team's awful. It's going to be slow. We ended up winning that game comprehensively, but it's almost like he's just given up the last 13 games and gone, we're going to play Chelsea, we're going to park the bus. It's basically what he's done today. He's given up the fact that, every other game this season, we've basically given an account of ourselves. Even like we played Wolves and Leicester, we still went out and gave it a go. But he's just gone Chelsea, park the bus. Was he matching up formations in a 4-3-3? And I made a comment in the group chat earlier. I was like, that's got to be like the slowest counter-attack in the league. We're talking about Haller, Fornals and Noble. You know, you've got the only bit of pace you've got in that midfield now, really, is Bowen, and he's not exactly quick. Like, you know, he's not one that's going to sprint past the player. Noble certainly isn't. I mean, Noble played 10 minutes against Leeds and looked like he was knackered after that. He looked like he was too slow to play in the Leeds game for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It doesn't fill me with... I know it's probably, it's Chelsea, we need to make sure we're up and about, we need to make sure the players know what it is.
Do we though?
Maybe that's why he's put Noble in. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of.
Well, with that comment, Matt, do we need to do that, Alf? Do we need to look at the Chelsea attack and think, do you know what, we need to try and slow them down or counter, or should we be going into this game the way we've been going into every single game most of this season?
Look, there's a real argument for that. I mean, I've always said, you know, consistently, actually, that our manager, whoever it is, you know, of past and present, they have to change the tactics, change the formation, change the personnel of the players according to who we're playing. So on that basis, Moyes is doing the right thing for me. However, because he's changing it up for, obviously, according to the players that he's got, but also, you know, who we're playing against and their strengths. So he's trying to counteract that. I get that, and I fully support that. However, I'm just not sure whether Noble is the right choice. Personally, I would have somebody else in there who was a terrier-like player who would actually be decent in defensive midfield, but also a lot quicker in attack. So I would have somebody else rather than Noble in there.
Yeah.
That's not to say I wouldn't bring Noble on, you know, at 60, 70 minutes, but I'm saying not starting.
There is an element of decisions that have been made throughout the season that the fans like us have been sitting doing these matchday lives and commenting and going, "Oh, I wouldn't have done that if I was Moyes," etc. But 9 times out of 10 this season, he's been proving all the fans wrong. And when he has made potentially a bad decision, he's maybe corrected himself very quickly in terms of the Haller and the Antonio decision. So if this is happening tonight, like we believe it is, and let me just reiterate, I really want it to be wrong. Should we put more trust into Moyes?
Look, the other thing is we actually don't know if Ben Rama has picked up a slight knock or something, or you might have, might have been struggling in training or something. I mean, I haven't got that info, so I don't know. So there could be something else going on that we don't know.
Matt, what do you think?
Well, we'll see a couple minutes when the team comes out. If Ben Rama's on the bench, you just think, what's he done? Like you said, though, he's been getting it right. We haven't. But just for me, you look at that Chelsea team, it's full of pace. Like, even Kante in midfield has got pace. Unless, the only thing I could say is that Noble's sitting deeper and playing alongside Rice, and Souček's almost playing as like a second centre forward.
Yeah.
And he's gone, we're going to just bombard them with crosses in the box, and I want Haller up there as much as possible alongside... Sorry. I want Haller in the box with Souček as much as possible, the two of them, to compete for the headers in the box. Maybe I haven't seen enough of Chelsea this year. Maybe they conceded a lot of headers. Like, that's the only thing I could think of, because playing Noble as number 10 just wouldn't work.
Yeah. But then, when do we start to look back at the last time that Noble started alongside Souček and Declan Rice, when they played in that kind of triangle in the midfield? Like, we can't deny remotely that they were playing well. I get that it's not fast paced, but they had a really strong understanding. And then this is maybe the conversation this is where I said at the start that maybe I'm trying to justify remotely that, you know, we've got a squad. You know, Matt, how many times, again, I'm sorry, I know I'm digressing, but how many times have we said that we've got so many fixtures coming up over the Christmas festivities that it's time now that we have to start switching the squad around?
I know, we did. And like I said to you last week, what did I say midweek last week? I said we played Palace. I said that was the game to change it, because we've got Chelsea next game, and you can't do it against Chelsea. You know, we've got Brighton the game after this. Again, for me, if he was going to rotate, even if it's only 3 players, it would have been Palace and Brighton. Because no offence, not that I think we're any better than them, but they're nowhere near of the standard of Chelsea.
Yeah.
For me, you play a team that's in the Champions League, you should be playing your best physical 11. The best possible 11 you can play out on the pitch. And even with Lanzini out and maybe even Benrahma out, I still don't think Noble would make that best physical 11 right now.
Yep. I mean,
I've got to say, looking at the comments now, I am flashing them up as we go along, everybody, just so you know that we are sort of, thinking about you as well. There's an overwhelming negativity about this decision from Moyes and Noble and Benrahma. So lots of people. I get it as well.
I get the potential frustration. Who was it that was in the chat that told us earlier on that Benrahma was dropped? Was it Luke? I think it was Luke. He said it a good solid well over an hour ago, and I was a bit like, it can't happen. Like, I literally was writing back saying I genuinely don't believe it. I
don't know all the source of that. I mean, and again, it could be a red herring. We just don't know.
Of course.
We also don't know the reason why. If it is true, we don't even know the reason why. So it'll be an interesting one to. If that is the case, it'd be an interesting one for Moyes to justify. I think on that one.
Yeah. We're literally seconds away from the team being announced.
I'm just wondering how impressed he was with Benrahma's last performance. Whether he sort of went off the boil a little bit, where he thought he was being outplayed a little bit in the last game, and as opposed to the previous game where we really shone. And he's thinking, well, actually, maybe Benrahma for this game he's not quite up to match Chelsea.
I think.
Look, I'm only supposing it. I have no idea here.
I think my biggest concern really with this potential decision is the isolation of Sebastian Haller up top, if this is true. Which, let me just confirm if it is, and it is true.
I think
it's true. Yeah. He's on the bench. He's been benched.
And
so
Diop,
he's injured.
Diop's benched as well.
Yeah, which I said I would do.
Yeah. So let me just try and get
Fabianski, Kufal, Balbuena, Ogbonna. Good. The general's back. Lovely. Creswell, Noble, Rice, Souček. Sorry, I haven't got this. Fornals, Bowen, Haller. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and upload the team for everyone so they can see it on the cameras. But like
that's poor West Ham. Why even bother? So are you guys aware? I'm sure you are aware of the fact that we're now doing the 9 subs. Well, you've got 9 places on the bench.
Right. I'm just looking at this myself. What's going on here?
Why have we got 2 goalkeepers on the bench?
Well, okay, yeah, Matt. I was just about to ask the same thing. I just don't want to make a fool of myself by saying this isn't goalkeeper Martin. Have I missed a player that an outfield player called Martin or
what's
something?
The point? I'm not even joking.
I
you
don't
literally
get
might
this.
as well put one of the kids on the bench.
I don't get it.
Like, I don't know.
Unless Fabianski is a doubt. Unless he was, there's something not quite right.
Well, no, I mean, in fairness, if Lanzini's injured, if Lanzini's injured, Antonio's injured, that pretty much, because that is 20-man squad. That's a 20-man squad. That's pretty much our squad. That's what we've got available. With Masuaku out as well. That is what's left of the squad. He's put the whole first team on the bench.
Yeah.
But what I don't get is why you wouldn't bring one of the kids in.
I don't know. I mean,
just even if they don't use them.
That bench looks a bit vague to me, to be quite honest with you. I mean, Yarmolenko's back on there, Snodgrass, Benrahma, yeah. But, okay,
We've got
Fredericks.
2 goalkeepers and 4 defenders on a bench of 9.
Yeah, okay.
You've got 3 attacking options.
Yeah, but Johnson's quite flexible. He's going to be left or right, Johnson. So that's a decent shout. I'm not sure why Fredericks in there. I'm not sure why Dawson and Diop are in there either.
That's what I said. You've got 2 goalkeepers. Why? You've got 2 centre backs and 2. Obviously, Johnson one. I always say I would have him on the bench, even if he's not starting. I'd have Johnson on the bench because he can play either side.
Yeah, this isn't Stephen Martin, the wonder kid for under 23 striker who's going to score a hat trick tonight or anything, is it? It's not a wonder kid that we've all missed.
But you got even just like, I don't know, Nathan Holland, Connor Coventry. That Longello, he can play left back. Like, if you want to put another defender on the bench. Put a
Thing is,
kid
what
on.
does this say? What does this say to all the kids in the under 23? So, it doesn't matter what our first team squad is like. You're not getting a game. And they kind of just say that to me. And I would say, yeah, this is a great opportunity. If we are a bit thin on the ground, we've got a couple of injuries. Let's put some kids in there.
You've got two. I said three
on
attacking options. You've got two attacking options. If you want to mix it up front, you've got Yarmolenko or Ben Rama.
Yeah.
And you've got Snodgrass, who I assume is on the bench as a centre mid. Otherwise, there's no centre mids on the bench.
Yeah, look, we're definitely lacking any attacking intent now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Definitely.
He's put three across the midfield.
Yeah, they have got us lined up as four. They're predicting it's like a kind of 4-3-3. So they're going for full-out protection with a...
Probably what... I haven't seen Chelsea team yet, but I'm pretty sure...
Yeah, I'm just
Chelsea will be playing a 4-3-3.
Do one of you just want to...
Like for like.
For anyone that's just tuning in, can one of you guys go through the team while I upload the Chelsea side? Just for anyone that's just tuning in. And
like I said, the big... And they didn't even comment on it. I saw the West Ham ticker thing come up and it was like, Noel was back in the team. Not acknowledging the fact that Babwine has gone straight back in. I mean, that shows you what he thought of Diop's performance, that Babwine has come straight back in. Diop's been dropped to the bench. I would
agree with that, though.
Going to West Brom.
I would agree with that, though. I would agree. I think Balbuena is a much better fit than a Diop.
I think if they're playing as a two, if they're playing just as a flat two, I think Diop and Ogbonna are very similar in the way they play, and it doesn't seem to match.
Yeah.
Also, given the fact that that was his first game in 2.5 months.
Yeah.
It's, you know what? I was like this before the Norwich game. We put, was it 5 past them? So there's a reason Moyes is the manager, we're not. But for me, that looks. I said to my Chelsea mates at work today, I was like, even my mate, as an Arsenal fan, said it's like West Ham will win this 2-1 or they'll get absolutely smashed. And that as he didn't even see the team today. See the team today. All hope, I'm not being funny, all hope I had in this game today is gone entirely.
No. I'm not there. I get why you would say that. I get it. I get why most of us would think like that. But I'm today's decision, even though I don't agree with it, I have to try and change my mindset. And my mindset is I've got to trust the mindset of Moyes, because he is week in and week out changing my opinion on what he's doing. He's stuck by Fornals and right enough. And Alf, I know you're on the whole kind of wavelength in terms of he's got to finish, but I think he's kind of proven why he has been sticking by certain players. And last season he was doing it with Lanzini, and there was a relevant time when he needed to drop Lanzini and he didn't do it. But this season, what we've seen is the fact that he made the wrong decision with regards to Antonio, and he changed that at half-time. And then he was done something last week and he made a decision and he changed it and brought Lanzini on. And on the Lanzini situation, as you can probably see, he's also missing because he's picked up an injury, which he announced on his social media account on some gaming site.
I say difference being, though, the 2 games you just mentioned were lesser teams when we were still in the game. If you pick the wrong team against a top 4 team, you could be 2 or 3-0 down by half time. It's too late. Right?
Alf, get on your blower, mate. Get on your blower. And
funny enough, somebody in the comment right at the start actually said this. I've forgotten who it was. Somebody suggested I should phone up Dave and say, ask, what the hell's going on. Yeah. So I probably will. At half time, if it's not going right, I'll.
Thing is, if he wanted legs,
keep on watching and watch me phone up David Moyes on the touchline.
Well, listen, before we get on any further, let's discuss the Chelsea team. I've got it up here for you now. Matt, do you want to kind of run through it?
That's a 4-3-3, and this is what I was going to say actually. Having we had Lewis from Blues Fan TV on yesterday, and he said Aspilicueta will play because obviously Reece James has got to have minor knee surgery. Exactly, then it's the perfect time to play Benrahma. That is a straight up 4-3-3. Either same as ours with a triangle, or maybe even Kante sitting in back 4 on his own. Aspilicueta right back, Zuma, Silva, Chilwell making the back 4. Probably Kante sitting, Jorginho and Mount in front of him. Pulisic on the left, Abraham on the right, and Werner. Sorry, Pulisic on the left, Abraham in the middle, and Werner on the right. The only thing you're lucky with is that Pulisic being back means Werner's gone on the other side and he's not as quick, so Crezo's got to deal with Werner. I get that he wanted to maybe match up formations and go 4-3-3 against 4-3-3. I get that. But from what the only thing I can say is that he's starting Noble. He's given himself options on the bench because if he started Ben Rama, his only option on the bench was Yarmolenko. But if he wanted legs in the midfield, play Fornals at centre mid. He is a centre mid. I'd have rather left Ben Rama on the wing to go up against Azpilicueta and had Fornals as the third man in the middle.
Mm.
I think it'd be interesting. I'll tell you what, I think it'd be interesting. I'm not going to go with all the negativity in the comments, and I'll just put what Stel just put up as well. So I'm going to be a little bit more positive about this because I think maybe this is tactical against just to hold them up a little bit, just to see what they're doing until about half time, sort of 50, 60 minutes, and then see. Because I think if we kind of go a bit naive and try and attack Chelsea, I think with the kind of speed in their players that they've got, I think we could come on quite quickly. I think that's what Moyes is maybe thinking about. Keep it a little bit tighter, keep it a little bit more, just feel them out a little bit, let them run around a little bit, and tire themselves out and see how we go.
Do you know what, Alf? You're probably really right. But the only but to that is that Moyes has, in theory, changed our mindsets as fans because we've started this season so well, and in actual fact, the calendar year so well that the mindset for me has changed. So let's rewind a year ago to the day if we were playing Chelsea now. This is the lineup we would have expected Moyes to put out. I don't know if any of you disagree with me, but this is what we would have expected a year ago.
Yeah.
But not now when we've got creativity and playing well and potentially getting goals, etc.
Well, it's not just that. It's now a year later. Mobile hasn't got the legs. It's a year later. I'm sorry, for me, in the 10 minutes he played against Leeds, he showed he hasn't got the legs. Like, he was only on the pitch about 2 minutes. He had to take a guy down because he'd done one touch and was gone for him. And the only thing he could do was put him down and take booking. It worries me that how mobile Chelsea are and how slow we're going to be. Because what do we always sit here and say every week when people start slating Haller? It's like, he's got no support. That team tonight is literally a 4-5-1 with 9 men behind the ball and Haller up front on his own with no one within 50 yards of him. And we do that for 90 minutes, Chelsea will win 3 or 4-0.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I don't think it's 9 behind the ball. I think this is gonna. Yeah, I think he's gonna be more defensive. Yeah, for the first half. For the first half. But I think we still got attacking options. With Fornals and Bowen to get up there, and if they can put some decent crosses into Haller, at least we can trouble them a little bit. I'm not so sure it's going to be a fully defensive display. I think it's we're going to go for it still.
I still think I think there's part of me that does agree with you. And normally I'm kind of listen, I admit it, I'm a half glass full sort of guy, but I do see I don't know. I'm gutted that Benrahma's not playing because I like the idea of creativity. But is we've got to put some form of trust in. I'm not going to go on the bandwagon of Noble's past it. I'm not going to do it because we've not saw enough. I know you said, Matt, he came on against Leeds and he was slow, etc. Blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to have to put my trust into Moyes today. And I hope he gets it right. Of course, I hope he gets it right. And I hope at the end of this video, we're sitting here going, this is why we sit here and do YouTube videos, etc. See, before we move on, can I just get the opinions on a couple of the guys from Manchester United who don't come on as regular for the Matchday Lives, but have sent in a couple of videos giving you their thoughts?
Right, feeling worried about this one, but I'm also confident at the same time. We've done a double last season. There's no reason why we can't do it again. But then Chelsea seems a bit more screwed on than they did last season. For me, Haller's going to score again tonight. If you want to put a bet on that, I'm not sure, but I certainly am. I just feel it in bones for some reason. I think he's got the confidence back that he needs. Masuaku's still a big doubter for me, and if I'm honest, I'd put Creswell at left wing back and have Diop, Balbuena and Ogbonna, if all fit and ready to go, as a back three, and that should do it for me. I'm feeling good. I would like to see Benrahma play instead of Fornals. I think Fornals needs a rest. He needs to get train on his final third. decisions at times. So for me, 3 at the back, Valbuena, Diop, Bonner, and they'd score as well, but I'm well up for it. Come on, your eyes.
West Ham Chelsea tonight, massive game for the lads. Obviously it's always tough going to the Bridge away from home, but we did the double over them last season. We're playing good football. There's an immense calmness around the place at the moment. I think Moyes has finally found his identity with West Ham. He knows what his best starting 11 is. There might be a few changes tonight, we've seen that, but I'm feeling confident. I fancy us. I'm going to go 2 on West Ham. Ben Rama to get his first West Ham goal. Remember this video, and yeah, it's going to be tough. Of course it is. It's a London derby, but Chelsea have lost their last 2 games on the spin. We've won 4 our last 6 games, 1 draw in there, 1 defeat. We're in form. We're playing good football. We got to back the boys. So I'm going 2 on West Ham, all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa, supporting the lads. I'll be watching the game, cheering the boys on. Come on, you Irons. Let's get the result.
Funny, isn't it? If you'd have said to these guys and said do the video straight after the team was announced, I wonder if their videos would be any different, in particular yourself, Richard. But you know what, Alf, I've got to be honest, mate. I've got to stick with you on this one. I've really got to do it because I don't feel as negative as maybe a lot of the way that other people are.
Look, I mean, I suppose I look at it like this, and I've been saying this consistently through some of the games that we've kind of limped over the line and we've just narrowly won, or whatever. Some of those games they haven't been great football, or we haven't been that successful in terms of our performance. But actually, we got the result, and this could be another one of those. And I think if you look at it, the game, you say actually, what's more important here, to try and get a win away at Chelsea by 1-0, if that's the case, and not concede lots of goals in the first 20, 30 minutes? Or is it a case of, we just go for it and, to hell with everything, to hell with any kind of game plan, we're just going to attack them, and if we leave ourselves open, we do. It's... Yeah. Yeah, that's why I've got to stick with him. I've got to stick with him on this. I think he's made the right decision.
I do agree with you. But let's bring on our first guest of the night. It's actually an opposition fan. It's actually going to be Jonathan from Manhandled CFC. Jonathan, how you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Yeah, we're just sitting here discussing the team lineups. Before you do, mate, do you want to let everyone know about your channel, etc.? And
yeah, so I'm kind of on and off. Be restarting it again. I did have a little bit of a break just because life is a bit crazy. But yeah, Manhandle CFC on YouTube, same on Twitter. Talk all things Chelsea. It's a big game. I listened to a little bit earlier of yourselves. I know you're talking about it not being as defensive as it looks, but I just had a look at your team, and I'm surprised there's no Ben Rama.
Yeah. We've been sitting here kind of trying to wonder ourselves as to the reason why, but. Jonathan, I would say that the only thing is that week in and week out, we sit here as fans and discuss what Moyes is going to do. And this season, he has changed, in particular, my mindset, probably a lot of West Ham mindsets. And how many times, Matt and Alf, have we sat here and we've gone at the start of the game, I'm feeling negative, and then at the end of the game, we get a result. And then at the end of the game, we sit and do a review video and we say there's a reason why we do these YouTube videos. And Moyes, who surprisingly has changed my mindset as a West Ham fan, is making the right decisions. We've got a crazy festive period coming up, and that's where I'm potentially putting this at. I'm putting this at squad rotation, and people might, disagree with me, etc. But Jonathan, mate, what's your thoughts on the Chelsea team? I mean, we had another Chelsea fan on last night, and now that you've seen the team, and I'll bring it up, can you give us your kind of thoughts on the Chelsea team and how they'll potentially line up?
Yeah, it's interesting because I always go off how Chelsea write it on Twitter, because we've switched between a 4-3-3 and a 4-2-3-1. So by the looks of this, I think it's probably going to be a 4-3-3 because of where Mount's position. So Jorginho comes in as a DM, and Kante and Mount are our attacking eights. It's interesting because in a home game, I don't think we need someone like Jorginho, so it's taken a lot of fans like myself by surprise. But yeah, I think someone like Kovacic, I don't really know what more he has to do in order to get into the team, really, because he's been really good when he's played this season. And I think he gives us a bit more going forward than what Kante would give. But the front three, Pulisic, Abraham and Werner, I think a lot of fans, West Ham and Chelsea fans, would have thought Giroud would have started. But I think as much as he's done fantastic, some things had to change from the last couple of games because of the 2 defeats and the manner that we've lost. I think with that front three, they interchange a lot, and Werner and Abraham can switch as the centre forward and left wing, which Abraham's more than happy to do coming to the channel. So I think it allows Werner to be in a more natural position, and that's why a more fluid front three. That's what Lampard's going for. So that's kind of the two things for me that surprised people. We knew Azpilicueta was coming in because James has picked up an unknown knee injury, so it just brings a bit more experience into our lineup, and the rest of the defences was pretty much as expected.
When it comes to comes to that lineup, and then obviously you mentioned about Benrahma and the West Ham lineup, Jonathan, how do you think Lampard's going to? I know it's going to be a 4-3-3, but where do you see this battle potentially being won or lost tonight?
For us, I think obviously because looking at your side, as I said, it looks defensive, and I know what you were talking about, but I don't think it is. I think Bowen's someone that can cause problems. Haller can occupy one or two of our centre backs. Yes, he's not as good as general play, but he can certainly cause us problems. And I think Kufau, I think I've pronounced it right, and Cresswell.
Sofau, yeah.
Yes, okay, yeah. They're more than happy to get up the wings and put crosses in, which again can cause us problems. So, yeah, I think it's going to be still won and lost in the midfield, though. As much as I think there's other parts of your team that can do well. It depends on how much Rice can do. We know Noble's probably going to sit and look out for, Mount and Kante going forward. So I think whichever midfield can get a hold of the ball, because if Chelsea get on, on top of the early on, we start fast and we get the ball and we don't allow you to have it. I think we should be okay. But I'm confident, but I'm a bit nervous because you did the double over us last season, and you are looking really good. You can go above us in the league if you beat us as well. So I'm not taking anything away from West Ham because, like you said, Moyes has surprised even myself about how good you guys have been.
Absolutely. Matt and Alf, anything you want to counter that with?
No, pretty much, it's a fair assessment, actually. Fair assessment. Right? Yeah, exactly what you touched on, Sufal and Cresswell. I think, that's what before you came on, Jonathan, I was kind of saying that as well, that I'm not being so negative about the lineup. And I think you're right. Sufal and Cresswell getting up and putting some decent crosses in, possibly from deep or actually bombing down the line. I think that's going to be... that's where some of our strength is going to come from tonight. I think we've got to attack the flanks. We've got to put Chelsea under a lot of pressure there and try and get some crosses in. But it's going to be a tight game, this one. Yeah, I'm not. I'm kind of. I feel happier now that with the lineup, but I still think it's going to be a tight game. Yeah.
Jonathan, who do you think we should fear the most from this Chelsea side? Obviously, since it's been announced.
I think you've still got to fear Pulisic the most. I think he's been the one, shining light when he has played this season. I know he's had his injury problems. Werner's not particularly in form. I know Mount can cause problems, but I think Pulisic, when he drives at a defence, when he's willing to take players on, he's unstoppable. And if he's on his game today, we should be able to get a couple of goals, which should be enough to win the game. So yeah, Pulisic for me. Although I think Werner's got to get a goal or two at some point, so maybe tonight's the night.
Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, well, I said, didn't I picked out Werner as one I was worried about. I mean, even though he is on the other side against Cresswell, I still think he's going to have pace and trouble in. He seems to play better from that side. He's been playing from the left the last couple of weeks. It doesn't really work for Chelsea out on that side. The only thing you can say for us is that they've really got like two defensive midfielders. I know Kante's been trying to get more forward, but whenever I see his name on the team sheet, I still think of a defensive player. So playing him and Jorginho at home against us is kind of a weird one for me. Maybe that's something we can look at, but that's the only thing I can pinpoint at the moment as something we can maybe look at is trying to maybe get physical in the midfield. But I'm clutching at straws right now.
Jonathan, who do you fear the most from the West Ham lineup?
I think your wingers can cause, or the wing backs can cause problems. But as I mentioned him earlier, Bowen, I think he's a really, really good player. I've seen some really good stuff from him this season, seen some really good goals. So I think from the starting 11, he's probably the guy that I would fear because he can run at us and he can cause us problems. So that's the guy I think is going to be the one for me. But just to touch on the point about the midfield, I think Jorginho's probably come in to try and get a bit more possession because in the Wolves game, we were just a bit too back to front. There was no real stability in the midfield and Kante was kind of very isolated. So I think maybe he's thinking, let me get a bit more of the ball. Let me have someone that's going to stay a bit deeper and then can take and be a bit more defensive as well, as one of those midfielders that goes forward. So it's really interesting. It's hard to get into the mind of these managers because those are the ones that are, they see the players every single day. They know what's going on in the festive period. You mentioned that you're probably rotating. We've got Arsenal coming up. So, yeah, I think we've touched on it. It's going to be a great game and a very tight game as well.
I do actually think it is going to be I still think it's going to be an interesting game. And I said, I don't know if you've seen what I said, Jonathan, about this time last year, if we were playing Chelsea, this is probably the expected lineup we would have potentially seen for West Ham. And this time last year, this is close to the lineup that we saw, which did, in theory, the first game round, we did defeat you with a lineup similar to this. The second game round was a little bit different, and substitute appearances in Yarmolenko last minute, all that sort of stuff. But I get that we are playing and are playing with some form, and we've got a player like Ben Rama who we've been crying out for to start. But again, it has to come back to trusting what Moyes does, and hoping that if he does make it's not going well in the first half, and we can't, the midfield battle's getting lost, then there's a reason for that, and that's because we need to have maybe a bit of creativity, because right now we don't have a huge amount of creativity in that side. There was an element of fans that were thinking it wasn't just going to be Ben Rama that was going to start, but maybe Lanzini was going to start alongside him as well tonight. But now Lanzini's injured, Ben Rama's dropped to the bench, and we've got Noble, Souček and Rice. But Alf, reminding everyone, those three have performed really well together when they've played together. Really well. And there's a lot of rotation with those three. So if Noble goes forward, Souček and Rice protect. And if Souček goes forward, Rice and Noble protect, and vice versa when Rice goes forward.
Look, we were waxing lyrical, when those first sort of 2 or 3 games when they were playing, and there's great interchange between them. So it could be again. It could be a great setup again. We just don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, what I wanted to ask Jonathan as well, actually, was about the Chelsea defence. Is there anything, we as West Ham fans, we always look at our own defence. We think, well, they're a bit suspect. This season they've really stepped up and really improved dramatically. You've got to put that down to Moyes and the rest of the coaching staff, where they kind of, pull the defence together. But what about you at Chelsea? You've got a couple of defeats there. Any worries in defence for you?
For me, Mendy's come out a little bit too. I mean, he's a confident keeper. He's someone that will always come and get the ball, but he's just come out a little bit strangely, I think, in the last couple of games. I mean, the penalty he conceded against Everton, I get that, why he wants to come out, but there's a defender there that was covering him, and sometimes you just have to curb that enthusiasm. And then I think the first goal, away to Wolves, can't really do much of. The second goal is tough because it's across him. But there's been a few other games where, I think it was the Leeds game where he came out and Bamford just took it round him. It was really poor communication between him and Zuma. So there's been a few things that have creeped into Mendy's game. But as I said, he's very enthusiastic. And he's someone that will always come and get the ball, especially from corners, crosses, everything. He's very commanding. And to be honest, the Chelsea side of last season was crying out for someone like Mendy, just to collect the ball, be commanding, be confident. So the fact that he's made a few little errors, I'm not too fussed, because I know he's going to come and get the ball. Because when the ball comes in from a set piece, even if he doesn't get it, because he comes with so much purpose, other players just expect him to get it, and they miss it. So I'm not too fussed about Mendy's errors, but yeah, I think he's the one that's instilled the confidence in the defence. And Thiago Silva has been an absolute revelation because of his experience. Because Zuma is, I like to say, like a Gary Cahill next to John Terry. Good defender, but fantastic next to a leader and a sergeant. And Zuma's really been helped by Silva coming in. So, and Chilwell, again, there's so many aspects of his Chelsea defence that's improved. Chilwell has massively improved us.
I was telling everyone, we done our preview last night, and I just want to briefly remind everyone of a story that I have regarding Zuma, your centre half. So I'm in Marbella very quickly. I'm in Marbella in Spain, and I've got my 2 kids with me. My wife's gone away shopping. I said I'll take the kids over to this play area, and I've gone over to the play area, and there's 3 little kids running around, and they've all got Zuma tops on, a mixture of Chelsea and France. And I'm thinking, oh, it's cool. They all obviously support Chelsea and France. Not thinking anything of it. And then I look over to the corner of my eye, and I see this big strapping lad. And I'm thinking to myself, he's got a top on, he's got a French top on, and on the back of it, it's got Zuma. And he turns round, and I'm like, that's Zuma. And I'm thinking to myself, nah, no, it's not. And then my wife comes up and I'm like, I googled the image just to make sure, and I said to my wife, look, who's that guy over there? And she went, yeah, that's the guy on your phone. I was like, he is a professional footballer for Chelsea and France, and he's wearing his own top with his own name on the back of it, and his 3 kids are wearing a top with his name on the back of it. And I'll never forget it because Matt and Alf, that was the day that I did the appearance on Sky Sports live from Spain when they asked me for the season predictions.
That's right, I
it was
remember
exact same day for that one. So yeah, funny story. Jonathan, when it comes to our strikers, of course, I know that a lot of teams are worried when it comes to players like Mikel Antonio, but he's obviously not fit tonight and not playing. But we've got Sebastian Haller. Do you see him as a threat at all? How do you feel about him?
I do. Great goal from him the other day. As I said, I think his general play is not probably as good as Antonio, and I'm glad that Antonio's not playing. But he's still someone, if you put the ball in the box, he's going to get shots away and he's going to cause us problems. So I think if he can occupy one or both of Zuma and Silva, it could cause us problems. But that's where our defence needs to shield, because if someone tries to play off Haller, like Bowen tries to play off Haller, we've got to get that one of the defensive midfielders to make sure that any of the second balls we clear. And Zuma's got a fantastic aerial percentage. At one point, it was like one of the best in the world. He's got to continue that tonight, because you are a strong physical team. And I'm not just going to say that's all you do, but tonight that team is they're going to dig in and they're not going to make it easy for us.
Let me bring on Jake, our next guest, who is from West Ham Unofficial. Head over and check out Jake's channel, West Ham Unofficial. Hit the subscribe button. Jake, you've seen the lineups. We've also got an opposition fan on discussing the game tonight. What is your brief thoughts on that, mate?
Hold on, Jake, hold on. Before you say anything, just be nice. Just be nice now. Remember what we said. Got to be nice.
Well, I'm not the happiest person in the world at the moment. I do have to agree with Matt. I think, I don't know what Moyes is thinking with this, really. Ben Rama, he's still on the bench, so he's not injured. He hasn't got COVID. I just think, what is he doing? We haven't got, as Stealth in the comments earlier, we haven't got the kind of going round Haller now. He hasn't got the same productivity, and I think we're going to be slow. We've already parked the bus and the game hasn't started, and I want to be positive, but well, Alf, at least Balbuena's back for you, look.
Yes, he is. There you go. You see, Jake. See, that's what it is. He's my favourite player, by the way, Jonathan. So yeah, Balbuena. He's a rock. We call him the General. That's right.
Jonathan, when it comes to, there's people saying, can you talk about is it Ziyech? But you know, he's not in the lineup, is he? He's not there.
No, he's not. He's not in the squad, unfortunately.
Yeah,
it's a big miss for us. We've had him out for a few games now, and what he does is bring unpredictability and back post, near post crosses. He underlaps, he overlaps, and he's really helped us this season. So the fact that he hasn't played the last few games is a part of the reason that we've lost 2 in a row. And he's a massive miss. And we've got Hudson-Odoi on the bench, but as much as I'm happy you haven't got Antonio and Lanzini, you should be very happy about Ziyech, because he is a fantastic player. Yeah.
Jake, when it comes to Chelsea, what are you thinking tonight?
Well, it's going to be tough, I think, with yet again, we've had these games, like these run of fixtures where there's a very good attacking side, and I think Chelsea is definitely another one of them. In a way, it's good that I'm going against myself, but we have brought in Noble to kind of part the bus, as I said. But yeah, it's worrying me, definitely.
Do you think then, I don't know if you heard us beforehand, Jake, we were talking about the mindset of West Ham fans, how maybe David Moyes has changed the mindset. And, you know, this time last year, if we were lining up with the team we would have expected, obviously we're not this time last year, and obviously things are looking a little bit better as a West Ham fan. But do you have faith in what Moyes is doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to have faith in Moyes. I'm going to back him, and let's hope that he has made the right decision. But looking in as a fan at the moment, I don't think he has made the right decision. But who knows? He might have a book of magic plans, and let's hope tonight's one of them, and we can get the hat trick against Chelsea.
Yeah, absolutely. Jonathan, before you go, mate, we're going to ask everyone in the chat to give us their predictions, so we'll come to you in a second. So if you are watching the channel right now, get in the comments right now and let us know your predictions for the game, which will be kicking off in just under half an hour's time. And of course, get into the description below, click the link for One Football. I was about to say another name of another brand, which has nothing to do with the brand that are sponsoring our video, and I would have got slagged off if I had said it. But I'm not going to say it. And yeah, it's a great app. It's really good. It's really really informative. Gives you all the latest scores, team news, breaking news, transfer news, all that sort of stuff, as Richard said in the video. Alf, we're going to get loads of comments coming in, but I feel like you're about to show us your best artist impression of something. What are you about to show us, mate? I can see you working away a masterpiece.
No,
I can see it, mate. If anyone doesn't know, Alf is unofficially the Banksy of his area where he lives.
You know what? I'm actually surrounded here by Chelsea fans, so I'm just keeping it,
Yeah,
I might have to throw some rockets over the garden wall later, but we'll see. We'll see how.
Talking of Chelsea fans, Jonathan, we actually have a secret Chelsea fan in our midst, but he's not actually here tonight. He's taking a little bit of a break. The diva they call Stell, one of our regulars, is.
He's gonna love that.
He lives up that neck of the woods, so we always call him the Chelsea fan, the diva Chelsea fan. But yeah, Jonathan, we did say to you we'd come to you for your predictions, mate. So hit us with your predictions.
2-1 to Chelsea. But
I was going to say to who? To who?
Yeah, to Chelsea. But I wouldn't be surprised if you nicked a draw, given our form. I just don't want to lose. It would really kill us going into that Arsenal game, because knowing Arsenal, they'd then bloody perform against us. So yeah, 2-1 Chelsea. I'm fairly confident.
Yep. Well, before you go, mate, I'll let you read some of these predictions. There's some reasonably okay ones and there's completely crazy ones, and I think people are just getting caught up with the fact that the season is a little bit crazy this year. So the Blue Kalu, obviously you are a Chelsea fan. Chelsea 3, West Ham 0. 1, I should say. Stu is saying 2-1 to West Ham. Stephen is saying 3-1 West Ham. Raja is saying 2-1 West Ham win. Camille Miller saying 3-1 to West Ham. Lee Vassallo 3-1 West Ham. Reese, here we go. This is where it starts going a bit crazy. 5-3 Hilaire Brayson Rice hat trick. Dennis is saying 1-1. We've already had that one. Shadrach is saying Chelsea 4, West Ham 1. This is going to be 8-2 our formation and the final score. So it's all about good bit of banter. David Trillick, going to be hard tonight. Sorry, 3-1 Chelsea. And there's just loads more there. We'll come through them in a minute. Jonathan, anything you want to say? Oh, here we go. What's this? Alf, we will win. Yay, 3-1. Let's get a close-up of this. Hold on a second. What does that say?
To us, not Chelsea.
To us, not Chelsea. Moyes knows best.
There we go. That's it. That's all you need to know. Moyes knows best.
Jonathan, anything you want to say, mate, before you head?
No, as I say, I just want it to be a good game. I want both teams to put in everything, because the last couple of games, as I say, I've been a bit disappointed about how we performed. So, look, thanks very much for having me on the channel. It's been really great fun. Really enjoyed talking to you guys. So, yeah,
absolutely, mate. Hopefully we can have you on for the return leg whenever that is. I don't know when it is later in the season, so we'll be in touch as well, mate. And it would be totally brilliant to have you back on. So thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. And I was going to wish you the best of luck, but I'm not going to wish you the best of luck, mate. But just stay safe.
Merry Christmas,
You too.
Jonathan.
Take care.
Merry Christmas, mate. Take it easy.
Bye.
See ya.
So good again to have another opposition fan on. Matt, come on, Billy, you want to say something?
So apparently, the rumour rife on Twitter right now is that there is a massive COVID outbreak in the 23 squad.
Yeah.
Well,
Which
there
is
is.
why-
That was announced, though. That was announced. That's already been
Yeah,
announced.
but the whole squad's in isolation.
Right, okay.
That's why there's 2 goalkeepers on the bench. There's no options. Because what we've got on the bench is the rest of the first team squad. That is the 9 players we've got available.
Okay, I didn't know
So-
that. I wasn't
so-
aware of that.
Yeah, so earlier this week, there was an outbreak announced at... Where did they train? Is it Chadwell Heath they train?
Yeah. Yes.
And it's the same place that the women's team
Women's
train.
team, yeah.
So they've cancelled the West Ham under-23 games. This was earlier in the week, or earlier in the weekend. And they've cancelled the under-23 games and the women's first team games to have precautions. But obviously now, like you said, Matt, there's an announcement saying that the whole team is isolating. And just to make things matters even worse, I don't know if you've seen tonight the announcement that anyone who's travelled from a Tier 4 area into areas such as Greater Manchester, they actually have announced tonight that everyone should isolate for the full 10 days. if you have left a tier 4 area, i.e. London going into the greater Manchester area. They're asking everyone to isolate if you have done that. So we are in crazy times, but we need to try and remain positive. Try and remain positive. And while we're going to remain positive, Jake, hit us with it, mate. Have you got your mug?
I haven't got my mug.
Oh, listen, Jake, we had a cheeky little rumour, mate. We had a little cheeky rumour on your show the other day. You weren't using the mug, but you had a pint glass, with an opposition West Ham channel on your glass. But do you know what? We're not like that, and good on you. And I don't mind it, because we are nice guys.
I'm really disappointed, actually.
But
I'm really disappointed in that.
Oh, look, here it comes. Oh, yes.
There you go, you see.
Good, man.
I like that one. Jake. Hold it up a little bit. I can't quite read it. You're going to have to bring it a little bit closer. Turn it round just a little bit more. Oh, I can read it. I can read it now. Yeah. That's really good. Where did you get that from?
I'm sure Anton will put the link in the chat.
He's on it. He's on it. Well, listen, on a genuine note, when it does come to the mugs, I mean, last night I was listening to a bit of Style Show. People were wanting jumpers galore, etc. Let me please remind you that we only done this because yous requested it. So we don't have a lot of the first batch left. If you are interested, we will put the link in the comments for you to go to the store. Unfortunately, you won't get this before Christmas time, but if you are interested, there are still mugs there, and we've got a new set due in soon. I'll try and get the images up. I've not even prepared them, to be honest, so that shows you how much of a salesman I am.
But we are planning t-shirts, hoodies, hats, jackets, tracksuit bottoms.
Yes.
Stel's face on, and it's going to have Stel Sawaku on the back, and at the front it's going to have Stel's face with Diva written above it.
That's it.
I don't know if you watched the show last night, but he was jokingly getting annoyed with it. He was jokingly getting annoyed. If one of you,
Anton, I know the reason Stel ain't on tonight, because he had a bit of a mare the first 10 minutes last night, didn't he?
If anyone watched this show last night, you would have noticed that in the first couple of minutes he was talking and no one could hear him. So this is what you saw for Stel's show. But that's just, listen, we're just used to that when it comes to we're used to that when it comes to Stel. Anyway,
that's how we watch a show anyway. We just turn the volume down. You know what I mean? We just hear see his lips move.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got 20 minutes to kick off. What are we thinking, lads?
What prediction for the game?
Yeah.
Seriously, I think we'll come out of this with a 1-0. If it goes to plan, I think it'll be a 1-0 win. If it doesn't go to plan, I think we could lose this 3-0.
What do you think? What do you think, Matt?
At this point, I take a point. I take a 1-1 at this point.
Oh, come on, Matt.
I'm not confident in the slightest.
Matt, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Matt, come on.
I'm not confident, mate. I'm not even going to lie. Those two teams, it's the way Moyes is set up. Like, we can't. I know we've been better defensively this year, but we've had that plan of soak and counter. But today there's no counter. It's just soak. Like, he's literally gone. I'm going to pack the midfield out, soak it up for what, 89 minutes. Bring Benrahma on for 4 minutes at the end to try and nick a 1-0 win.
Yeah.
I don't have the faith in us to keep a clean sheet today, and that's the problem. Like, we've been better defensively this year. But I always think we need to score 2 goals to win a game. And when you've taken off all your attacking prowess to put everyone behind the ball and try and block it, you've got nothing to score with. This team is the same team, barring 2 players, that we put out against Newcastle at the start of the season, and we got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
It doesn't fill me with confidence. Don't get me wrong, I could be entirely wrong. The first 5 minutes, we could be all over them, we could be bossing midfield, battling them, and then I'll change my mind and be like, okay, Moyes has got a plan. But at the moment, I'm not filled with confidence in the slightest. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm sorry,
the comments.
I'm just laughing at the comments.
I know, I'm reading all the comments.
We've got the Stal fanboy club out here tonight in force. Oh, they
Yeah.
love a bit of style, don't they?
They do,
Oh, dear.
But listen, I'm going to give you a little secret here. I'm going to give you all a little bit of a secret. There's a thing called a little bit of marketing, a little bit of secret marketing. What you do is you rip into him and then you push him, and that's what makes him really happy.
So what people don't realise that we made Stow. We made him.
We created him.
We created the monster.
We are. Do you know what we are? We're actually
We're
toy
responsible.
makers.
We're responsible.
Toy makers. We're toy makers.
We're puppeteers.
We're just wait. The only reason
I mean,
we can do this is
we write a script every week, so let's go out there and read it.
I love when he's not here, so he can't defend himself, and it's so funny. It's so funny.
He's definitely going to come on later. He's definitely going to come on.
What are you saying, Jake?
If you want some style, last night's show was 2 hours and 22. I'm sure that's enough for you.
Yeah, to be fair though, I had to nip away at one point, and I came back on later on, and he did look half gone. I don't know how many drinks he'd been drinking, but he did look rather excited. So, yeah, it was good. But yeah,
he's like the drunk at the wedding, isn't he? Trying to tell stories, and everybody's walked off, but he's still standing there muttering to himself.
Style's not happy.
He is not.
We love you, Style. We love you.
We know.
Of course we do. Of course we do.
Yeah.
We've got 15 minutes till kick off, and sorry, the comments. It's just funny with the comments, but 15 minutes to kick off.
These comments just they won't stop. They won't stop. They just so much support out for him.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Jake, tell us about tonight. Come on, let's get off the Style. Tell us about tonight. Where and how are we going to win this match?
Well, I think we've got to have some individual brilliance tonight, because I don't think, looking at that side, I don't think there's the overall kind of, without Ben Rama there isn't the overall game. I think luck's got to be on our side tonight. I'm trying to be confident, Anton, but I don't know.
Jake, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Jake, come on.
Hold on, Anton, wait a minute. Are you doing your mafia impersonation here? This is a little bit Goodfellas, isn't it, or something?
Isn't it?
This is a little bit. Just look at me. Look at me.
Yeah, I know.
Look at me.
I know.
This is a Scottish mafia, everybody. This is where Anton, scares you into agreeing with him.
Listen, no one's actually asked me for my prediction yet.
Oh, Anton.
Alf.
Wow. Would you like to give us your prediction for this evening? Please do. Everybody in the chat is waiting to hear.
I would. Are you ready for this one?
Hold on, before you do, everybody in the chat, let us know, what do you think Anton is going to say?
Drum roll.
Yeah, I can tell you right now. 3-1.
Right, go for it. What are you going to say?
3-1.
Oh, no, but Alf, what are you going to do if I get it right?
I'll eat my hat. I haven't got a hat anymore.
I am going to predict 2-1 to West Ham.
Ooh. Dear.
2-1. I do think.
Bow out for 1 second. No, 1 second.
No, you're not allowed to, Alf. No, he's gone. So yeah, sorry, the comments is so funny. I can't take it serious sometimes. I try my best to keep it serious, but Anton is going to vote for Kilmarnock to win. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I've lost my train of thought there. Yes, we had the Chelsea fan on last night, and he was thinking this was going to be a high-scoring game. I don't ever doubt that we are capable of being involved in a high-scoring game. I mean, I suppose that's a very easy comment to make. But tonight's game, I think that the two teams have got the potential to counter each other out. I do think the Mark Noble decision may have thrown a spanner in the works for Chelsea. Do you? Here's a good one. Do you think Chelsea expected the Mark Noble and Ben Rama decision?
No one did. But I don't think they're worried about it. I think they're probably happy about it.
Yeah.
I don't think. Put it this way: if it was the other way round, if Noble had been playing every game, we playing this formation, and then he came in today and he went, Noble's benched, Fornals has gone into the middle, and Ben Rama's gone on the wing, it would blow their game plan, because then they've got to, Aspilicueta's got to try and defend against Ben Rama. But this game, they've just gone, oh yeah, no, we'll take him out of the game. We're chucking Mark Noble. Like, you know what you're going to get from Mark Noble, and in fairness, you do. He'll always be a 6, 7 out of 10. He's going to get around. He's put his foot in. He'll try and pass the ball around a bit, spray some long balls. But I don't think they're worried about that.
Yeah.
I think in terms of that midfield three, they're the guy he's least worried about. In fairness, now at the stage of the career he's in, I think they'd be more worried about Rice and Souček. And the only thing I'm hoping is that bringing Noble back in is going to release Souček to push further forward. That's all I can think, is that it's going to allow us to them both sit, Noble and Rice sit, Fornals and Bowen load up the midfield, and they just launch in crosses for Souček and Haller.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Alf, are you feeling all right after your little cheeky tipple there?
I don't know. I just need to have a rest my head and get something cool right now. Oh, yeah. I wonder where I got this from.
I'll tell you what, they're good. I'll tell you what, Alf, they're good.
There we go.
Listen, lads, after Alf has dropped out, I'm going to drop out for 5 minutes because I need to go and have my set up so I can watch the bloody game. So that'll take me about 5 minutes to set up. So I'll let you carry on and do what you need to do.
I'll need to.
We're going to be quick. We've got 10 minutes.
Yeah. So we're getting the links from. Links, everybody. So let's. Where's
yes, it's coming. Don't worry, I'll get it sent to you, Alf.
For everybody outside there, where's everybody watching the game tonight? Is it on Sky? Is it? No, it's not.
Yes,
it is. Sky.
It is on Sky. It is.
So obviously, everybody in the chat, obviously find your own links for that, or whether you can actually watch this on Sky. I think Now TV are doing a match day pass for all this sort of stuff.
Well, I mean, I use Now TV anyway. I pay $25 a month for Sky Sports on Now TV.
Oh, okay. And you get all the games, do you? Or
it's just all the stuff on Sky. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, don't get BT. I think BT have started to do their own thing now, which I'm not. I'm not paying for all of it.
Yeah, as a side, actually, which channel do you prefer watching the games on? Sky, BT, or Amazon?
It's weird. I'd rather I think Amazon are the way to go because the way they can encompass it. But if we're talking about BT and Sky, I think Sky's actual match program, like the actual coverage of the 90 minutes, is better.
Oh, right.
But I think BT have got better pundits.
Right.
I hate BT's commentators. So if you could take Sky's commentators and put them on BT's coverage, you'd probably get a better game.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
But then saying that, I'd also argue the fact that the thing BT do, which I do like, is they'll have biased pundits in the TV room. They try and go one from each team, don't they? Like Sky do, but they won't have it on the commentary, apart from Liverpool playing. But the thing I don't like about Sky is that they always get former players of the teams playing on the TV commentary during the game. It's like you want unbiased commentary. Fair enough, in the pundits in the media room, get one of each, and then you've got both arguing both sides. Sure. But I don't want to turn on Man United and listen to Gary Neville. I don't want to turn on a Liverpool game and listen to Jamie Carragher.
No, absolutely, yeah.
Right.
Stick him in the punditry room. Stick him if Liverpool play and you want Carragher, put him in the punditry room.
Yeah, I agree. You want totally independent. I mean, this was the same a few years ago many years ago when they did the international commentary, and there was the likes of I can't remember who they were now, but some of the commentators back in the day, it was just so one-sided, and sometimes you just want an independent review, commentary of whatever it is, So totally agree with that. Here we go. Yeah, Jay actually says Amazon. He prefers Amazon. I kind of agree. I actually really enjoy it.
They sort of, because they're not a full flowing whole season thing. They say I don't know what pundits' contracts are, because obviously I think the guys that do like Match of the Day and BBC Live international coverage and FA Cup seem to be able to link up with everyone. They seem to do a bit of BT and a bit of Amazon. The Sky guys obviously seem to be exclusive.
I don't know what it's about Amazon, but they just remind me of the American format of presenting the games. There just seems to be an American.
I think they are an American company, so they probably have taken what they've been doing maybe on like NFL coverage and gone
it could be. But I do enjoy it. I must say, it's very good.
The thing I like about their one is that have you ever used have you watched it on the apps, like on your iPad or your phone or whatever with Amazon?
So I would use the Amazon I use on my laptop, but actually, funny
so
enough,
you get that drop down screen on the side. So
Yeah.
I don't know what game was on the other day. I flicked a game on and I was like 15 minutes in and I just flicked on. It was already 1-0 and I was like, I've missed the goal. But you go on that sidebar and click on it.
All right,
and
cheers,
it will play the
Jake.
goal back.
Take it easy.
Thank you. I'll be
Enjoy
back
the
on
game.
Amazon. Okay.
See ya. Bye.
You know, if you've joined their stream because it's an app, like you can click on the sidebar, go down and go back and get the coverage.
Yeah.
You know, you can go back and see the goal. You haven't got to wait till half time or try and find it on your phone. You just go, it'll play 40 seconds of the goal, go back again.
Yeah.
I think they're the one as well. Can you turn the commentary off? Was that right? Is that Amazon?
I don't know.
I did that last year. You could turn the commentary off and just have no commentary.
Oh, okay. Right. But interestingly, this week, only this week, I hadn't noticed it before, but Amazon or Prime Video is actually appearing on your Skybox as well if you've got a Skybox. It wasn't there before. Oh. Yeah, so if you've got an Amazon account, you
can actually watch it for your.
You can actually watch it via your Sky thing, just like Netflix. You can watch it. So I didn't know that, but there we go. That is right. Okay. So it's on the go. So what? 6 minutes to kick off. I bet obviously. I don't know. I haven't even got my link set up yet. Hold on. I'll just have a look here.
See, Neil saying, what was Gary Neville though? In fairness, when Man United aren't involved, he's actually one of the best pundits. Now that's not his fault.
Yeah.
Because it's like us. If we talk about West Ham, we're going to be more biased than if we went and spoke about the Burnley Wolves game earlier. If we sat there and spoke about that game, we're a neutral fan and we'll give an honest opinion.
Sure.
Gary Neville will always be biased towards Man United because he's a Man United fan. But that's why I said put him for a Man United game, put him on the punditry panel, don't put him on commentary.
Yeah. I would agree with that. Yeah, I would say, as an independent, why not? Yeah, put him on there. It's not a problem. And he does talk quite a lot of sense, actually, Gary Neville, for the most part. So, I'm just looking at, I'm just looking at one feed here from, I think it's United States. Who is that they've got on there? I can't even, it's sort of very grainy, I'm afraid. Sorry, it just frozen. I've got a bit of a bandwidth issue, so I'm just waiting for the game to come on. And then I'll tap into it. There we go. Right, so final thoughts then, Matt. What did you think was a draw? You're hopeful for a draw, were you? Or
last night I said 3-2. You know what? It will depend on the first. I say this every week. It will depend on the first 5 minutes. If if it's a solid, because I've just got this vision in my head of us putting four across the back, a flat 5 across the middle, and Haller up front on his own. And if we do that, it is going to be a very, very, very long game. Look, he could definitely set up like that. It'd just be interesting to see what he does with Creswell and Soufal and Bowen and Fornals, how mobile he makes those players. Whether he'll just keep them, if he's gone for like a 4-4-2 with Souček up front, or not necessarily up front because he can make the runs all game. But if it's like a 4-2-3-1 and Souček's playing as almost like a centre mid who's just bombing into the box all game, and Noble's in there to release him to do that, then it could work. Maybe that's what Moyes' masterstroke is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a good night for us. Let's just see. Right, hold on.
Scott, hey lads, I can't follow the watch along as my girlfriend has control of the TV. Oh dear.
Well, you know what you need to do, Scott? You know what you need to do? Go and get another TV. Simple as that, really. Don't argue with the missus. Just go and get yourself another TV. Get yourself a little man cave and just disappear for a little bit. That's all you need to do. Anyway, right. So I reckon a cheeky 1-0. Matt, you think 1-1?
At the moment, yeah. And my opinion will change as the game goes.
2-1. He's thinking 2-1. There we go. Right, just trying to go through those in the chat. Yeah, Neil's gone off to watch the game. Thanks very much. So got Moist prediction.
Sent, Alf. Sent.
Lovely. Got it.
Scott, fight your wife for it. Fight your wife for control of the TV.
Where are we? What are we doing in the comments just now?
Well, we was actually just divert. We just taken Alf just got us on a diverge to the side, and we was talking about which TV production do you prefer, BT, Amazon, or Sky?
Okay.
I said if you
I've
could
always-
take like
I've always been Sky. I was impressed the other night after Amazon, but I've had 2 bad experiences with Amazon before the other night's game. So I had a lot of stuttering and etc., all that sort of stuff. So I wasn't massively impressed with them. And then BT, since we started doing watch-alongs or matchday lives, I've not had a chance to really listen to the commentators or the pundits.
no, I
but
don't.
I'm not-
I always have the sound off.
But see, to be honest though, mate, I quite like it because it just makes me really. It just
I said
at least doing this makes me feel like we're at the game.
like watching it
Yeah.
outside of West Ham games. Obviously, have the sound on. I'd take the Sky commentator on BT's performance because I think the punditry that BT do before and half time and after the game is generally better than Sky's.
Yeah.
Amazon, we're saying that Amazon, if you actually can get, because I've had a bad experience with Amazon. I did not last game. I think not the last game because we played 2 games with Amazon last couple of weeks, haven't we?
It was the game. We played 2 games on Amazon
The Leeds game.
last season, was it not?
Look, this
Was
year,
the Leeds game on Amazon? I don't think the Leeds game was on Amazon, was it?
we had 2. Well, we had 2 games on Amazon.
Don't know.
But I know one of the games we had on Amazon, I couldn't even watch it. Like, all I got was a black screen. I got all the commentary. I got the sound. I didn't have any picture.
Right, guys, just quickly before we start, we're going to try our best to stay in sync. And I really like.
Well, you're going to
idea
have to tell me if I need to change or not.
I think you're going to probably need to change because currently I've got. Have you got them on the screen yet, Matt?
Yeah.
What have you got?
Okay. He's on screen right now.
Right, no, I'll tell you when Oggy comes on screen and
I've
then we'll
still
know.
got adverts here.
Yeah, I'm on adverts. Have you got the double screen?
Yeah.
Alf?
Yeah.
I'm the same. So me and you'll probably be the same. And then I'll tell you
Yeah,
what we've got. I
it's
still not got Oggy.
just showing there Mendy. Just showing Mendy on the right hand screen for me.
All right, okay, now I'm slightly.
I'm taking the knee at the moment.
All
Right,
right.
no. I'm
So let me know what you're doing.
Can you stop this and
Yeah, refresh it, Alf.
how do you do that?
Yeah.
All right,
Matt,
so I'll change
I've
over, so I
that's
just
me.
kicked
Just
off.
that's me. Just an Oggy now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you're gonna change.
Yeah. Yep. I'm doing it now.
I'm gonna turn the comments off as well. Well, I'm not turning them off. I'm just not gonna stare at them. And I've turned all my notifications off as well.
Just don't do a stealth.
Okay, so I've got I don't know who's that player, that Chelsea player who stood there.
And then we're taking a knee.
Oh no,
We're taking the knee now. Wow.
I'm way behind.
See, no,
you.
I just
Alright.
changed onto the thing, and I'm still on 10 seconds.
I'm just on 10 now.
You're on 10, yeah?
Let me do this. Let's try this again.
Oh, Chris Kavanagh's a ref. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't think it's
There
the
we go.
worst one. I don't think it's the best one either.
30 seconds in, it's gone straight out for a West Ham throw-in.
Giroud on the
yeah.
bench.
Okay, that's
I'm
right.
quite surprised.
I'm with
yet
you
again
now.
they haven't
What
played him
seconds
yet.
are you on, Alf?
Well, it says 43 for
Yeah,
me. but-
good.
Okay,
That's us.
yeah.
That's us.
Alright. All right then. Yeah, let's see how we're shaping up here. Paul Haller's getting stuck in. Good lad.
So you can see Nobles playing really far forward.
Yeah.
Why?
I know you say that, Matt, but Matt, it was you that last year or last season addressed. You know, we thought he was going to play far. Is he playing far? Yes, he's literally in behind. It's the best position. Why would you want a player that's not got the legs to be trying to be defensive?
It's true. But I just feel at the same time, if that was... you're going to play the guy that hasn't got the legs, why don't you play like a Fornals as number 10? Why not play an actual number 10 at number 10 when you've got a number 10?
I get it. the only but I'm going to say to you is when he did play there the last time. It's a cross in, but good clearance from West Ham. Declan Rice on the ball.
It's whether
Feeds up top to Haller.
defensively we can hold up tonight. That's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. The thing is, if you look at a player like Nobes, he's always there. He's always trying to put a forward pass through. You know, remember the days of Arnautovic when things weren't going right for us? When Noble and Arnautovic were playing with each other, Noble was always trying to thread him through. Maybe that's the logic here.
Mason Mount goes for a low cross, but it gets deflected out. He shoots from distance, and it goes well over the bar.
Yeah, so maybe he's thinking, right, Nobes, put him there a little bit, fake 10, and see if he can actually drive that play forward and actually put Haller in and feed Haller a little bit more. Maybe. Not convinced. The boys are not convinced, everybody.
If Noble is going to start, if he is going to start, that's where I want him to play.
So I didn't mind, like at the back end of last year, when we had the Project Restart.
Or because of his talent.
A mixture of I think he's a good. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Out wide left.
Oh,
he's gone offside. I think he is. I think he's a great passer of the ball. I think he's got great vision.
Yeah, I do.
And I think he can also. I think I have to keep going back to the end of last season, Project Restart, and we saw Noble, Rice, and Souček performing week in and week out.
Yeah.
In that game they were swapping lots. So if we start seeing them swapping, there was, I can't remember who spoke about it, but there was a point when they were talking about
They were constantly swapping.
they take it in turns to make that run. So if we do see that during the game,
well done. That was good play by
it might
Noble
be
to
all right.
Bowen.
But
We've got to give it a shot, and I think we've now saw that if David Moyes doesn't fancy it, he's got
what was that?
options.
Got Chelsea looking quite energetic. Yeah, they're trying to pressure up. But yeah, on the left hand side with Krez, Fornals, and then back to, I can't really see my eyes. Is that Chilwell's injured? He's got clobbered by Bowen. Is it?
I think the two of them have collided. Is that right? Yeah.
Oh, that looks painful.
Oh yeah.
It's entirely non-accidental. Well, yeah, it's not even a twist, is it? He's completely jarred it. Like he's obviously tried to close down Bowen, and Bowen's standing foot's come out and kicked.
That's extremely similar to the Creswell situation last week, and Creswell eventually ran it off and carried on. So, we were watching this game and we were saying that Creswell was going to go off 100%. Well, and he lasted the game and now he's starting. But this one, he
don't look happy, does he?
No, he doesn't.
And it did almost entirely buckle like that, didn't it? On the side. Luckily, it was sideways. It was at least. But it's really unfortunate because it's almost like he's closed him down, and then Bowen's standing leg as he's followed through has gone right through the joint of his ankle.
Yeah,
I think he should be all right.
I don't know.
Well,
mate. He's
it depends how serious it is.
He's breathing heavy.
Oh, we've got Emerson warming up, so that is the like for like.
My feed, guys, but I'm just completely frozen here.
So Emerson warming up, which is the like for likes change at left back. I think at least he's going to try and give it a go, Chilwell.
Yeah, they look like they might. How are you getting on, Alf?
No, it's just frozen.
Have you refreshed it?
Refresh it.
I've only got the back, but how do you refresh then on this?
I don't know because I'm screen mirroring it from my phone.
Go
What,
back and forward again. Yeah, click on the link again. Looks like Chilwell's going to try and give it a run on, doesn't it? It looks like he's about to come back on again.
Okay.
How you doing?
Can you send it to me again, mate? It stopped me.
Oh, you've done it?
Yeah.
Who did you send that to? Did you send that to Alf?
Just chat in general.
Yeah.
He's in the chat, isn't he?
Alf.
Oh, I got it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, how's he given that offside?
Okay, right.
Declan Rice
Oh, it's a
It's a
goal!
Is he giving it
No.
offside? Matt, how many seconds are you ahead of us?
I'm not. I was literally in the middle of turning my
it's
notifications
not.
because I'd
It's
just come off him. I was in the middle of turning my Sky notifications off,
Ah, got you.
and it just come up. Oh, ball's in the net, but it's offside. I didn't even
Right,
see
so,
it.
so Creswell's
Oh, yeah,
fed
he is.
Declan Rice through,
Yeah,
and
he's
he's
got-
just looks marginally offside. He's rounded
yeah.
Mendy.
Nice
I'll tell you what,
finish,
though. I'll tell you what. Nice finish.
Yeah.
So they fed a quick free kick through to Declan Rice. He's rounded Mendy, and he's put the ball into the back of the net from a tight angle, but he is ever so slightly offside.
Hey,
That was
this
the
is
old
good.
Antonio
Good
one, wasn't it?
omen. Good omen. Come on.
Good start. So Hilaire's up top. Noble's supporting him. Noble's playing really high, which I don't mind. Got to have a bit of the faith.
Yeah, it's quite a.
Oh, go on.
Haller's putting himself about a little bit as well.
Yeah,
That's
he
good.
is, yeah.
He's actually been doing that a lot more the last sort of 2 or 3 games as well, hasn't he?
Come on, West Ham.
Go on.
Oggy,
Yeah.
hit it out.
Go
on,
It's
Oggy.
fine.
Solid, Ed.
Again, we need another good, solid display from our defence. You know, if they can match them.
Chelsea
I
on the
think we
attack
got-
down the wide right.
Yeah,
that's
we,
a
we've
bit
got,
Aspilicueta.
we've got go on, Oggy.
Oh,
He stood up to the ball and it's gone out for a
Good.
Chelsea corner.
good defending.
How many
Oh,
times have we
Chilwell's
said
done.
that though,
Chilwell's
this
done.
season? Yeah,
Ben
he's
Chilwell.
done.
Ben
Oh,
Chilwell's
he's done.
gonna be
Yeah, he's done. He's gone back down again. He's not as hard as Creswell, is he?
Yeah, look at him.
Not as hard as Creswell.
I
I mean, to be
thought,
fair,
you know,
it
it's good.
did look horrible, didn't it?
The free. It's not. I mean, it doesn't look good, obviously, but it's not like. I think when
No,
you
no,
say that,
there's no
I think,
aggressiveness,
but I
is
think
it?
when you
It's
say that
entirely
though,
accidental.
people think that's a dislocation or a fracture to the bone or something like that.
No, that's ligament damage, which can sometimes be
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah, that's true. But
Yeah.
Um,
Coming on. Is that-
Emerson's coming on, a player we were linked to in the summer. Strongly linked to in the summer. He's a Brazilian. He played. I need to remember. I done a video on him as well. Oh my word!
Chilwell's coming off. There we go. Let's give him a shake. Emerson coming on to the field, and he looks like I don't know.
It's Emerson, isn't it, coming on?
Yeah.
He's attacking
He's
He's
like left wing back.
definitely a forward-thinking wing back.
Yeah.
There we go. Cross corner comes in.
It's goal. They've scored.
Oh,
Thiago Silva.
crikey!
I don't know what happened there with our marking.
Banging
I don't
it.
know
Who
what
was even
happened.
marking it?
It's almost like
Dunno.
we stood around there just waiting for them
He
to.
came
to
from
score and
deep,
stuff.
and it looked like no
He
one was
came-
marking him.
He literally. How did he look like he came from really deep?
And just no one was
Oh,
marking him.
look, here we go.
Where is he?
Oh,
Nobody.
there.
Nobody.
Who
Who
was marking
left him?
Is that Bowen?
Nobody.
Oh, yeah, just totally left.
Is that Bowen?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
looks
he
like
just
it was
stood still, let him go. Oh, dear, oh dear.
Yeah, it's
It was.
But
But he just let him go. Just let him.
Rubbish.
Oh. Right, okay, come on then.
But I would also
regroup
question,
now, boys.
personally, why would you have Bowen marking Thiago Silva? You know, they spoke about it after our game against Leeds, and they said about, you just take your 4 biggest men and you'd put them on their 4 biggest men. They've got 2 centre backs,
1-0
centre-backs.
Chelsea. Gee, come on.
and the game plan's gone inside 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Got to keep the faith though, mate, because we have had the ball in the back of the net. We have had the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah. I mean, it really
have, yeah.
depends how we respond to this now. If we just let Chelsea get more and more into the game, or if we can just stop them and put lots of pressure on them now.
What I will say though is, this is what I will say. As much as I'm trying to defend, I'm not defending the decision. I'm trying to defend Noble more than anything. You can see that they are. Oh, here he goes again. Aspilicueta, but it's been cleared out by Creswell.
So again,
you can
Bowen's
definitely
on
see
Silva.
though. You can definitely see though that we lack. We probably need ball carriers and creativity
see
in this
here.
game.
If Bowen's on Silva again, words need to be had.
Yeah,
Because
the
if
thing.
Bowen's Silva again,
Here we go.
Actually, it looks like it's Bowen and Zoom. That's not. No, he's not. He's on. Who's he on?
Yes,
Silva.
Yeah,
Silva.
right on there. But this time he's going to try. Oh, look, he's pushing him away. There we go. Look, keep on him.
What?
Cleared away.
Well
What's
done.
going through the head
So check.
when you do that? Like, I don't understand.
Okay, I'm making my judgment. Very early doors, 11 minutes in, but this is not the setup that's going to give us a result tonight, I don't think.
No, I think he's going to have to change this, actually, because, I'm with you, Ant. I think it's not quite Chelsea.
They're coming through again.
Yeah, Chelsea are really starting
They're on the left-hand side, crossing. Cat Baba Bueno.
A lot
join me.
joy.
What did I tell you half an hour ago? 45 minutes ago.
What minute are you on, Matt?
12:19.
Oh,
It's a good cross there from Kante, out wide to Emerson. Emerson's trying to cut inside on his left foot, puts it onto his right foot.
Kante again. Oh, through the middle. Here we go. Oh,
he crossed it in. Oh, it goes wide.
Oh.
Can someone let me know if they're hearing feedback from me again?
No, you're all right.
No, you're right.
Yeah, you're fine.
This is the problem, though. You can see them starting to dissect and penetrate our defence and
They
penetrate our
are
midfield.
They are really starting to split us apart here.
Yeah.
It's whether we can survive this.
Oh, he was white. Oh, my word. If that ball was literally a couple inches towards the player, there was no one on the wrong right side of him.
Interesting, that ball came across. You see Balbuena, he almost went to clear it.
Yeah, but
and then
took his foot away.
He just took his foot away. That is so risky. It's whether he thought if I touch this, it might go in the back of the net. So,
right, my stream just refreshed. What time are you guys on?
I've got an advert, so I can't see it.
Okay, yeah, it's about the same then.
It
13:42.
Yeah.
44.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's just refreshed and I'm at the same time again. This is what I worried about. This is what I've been. I know I was like negative and etc. But this is what I worried about.
He's picking the ball wide. Werner on the ball, goes through the middle. Good tackle from Bowen. Good tackle from Declan Rice. Good hold up play.
Well
from
played, Haller.
There. Oh, unlucky. Tries to feed Noble, but he's too slow.
Noble. He tried to be noble, but it's noble. Yeah.
Lee Ansell saying he won't do any subs until after half time 3-0 down. Well, he might have to do it before then, Lee. But I take your point. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, like I said to you, I know you both said he got it wrong previously. And
Noble! What are you doing? Noble's tried to play the ball back, but it's gone straight to the Chelsea player. Werner out wide right.
Stand him up.
He feeds the ball through. Oh, he's going to keep it in. Chelsea keeping it in.
Yep. Dangling the leg out there. That's brave.
Werner on the ball again. Back to Emerson. Mason Mount.
God, they look like they're on a mission tonight. Crikey.
Yep. All the way back to the defence. Out wide to Zuma. Driving forward in the halfway line. Goes out wide right. Tries a chip. Does it stay in? It does.
Kept it in.
It's kept it in. Oh, he's got hold of the ball. He's
out.
offside.
He's out.
The players are playing on. They put the ball in the back of the net, but it was offside about 2 minutes ago.
No, I think it went out of play.
Yeah.
It did look like it was out of play then, but
they've given offside. It's offside. She's given offside. The lines lady. The lines.
They don't look happy though. Yeah, look, see, the ball was out of play. It's miles out of play. That's what she's given.
Way out.
And Tammy Abraham sitting there shaking his head, and he's like, no, it's miles out of play. I like the way, though, that for that goal, they managed to find a camera angle that actually showed along the goal line, show if it was out of play or not.
Yeah.
But when we had the one at Man United, they couldn't find an angle.
Okay, so Chelsea playing out from the back here. Thiago Silva out to their Zuma. Bringing up. They look quite. They've got a bit of a swagger right now, Chelsea.
The early goals settled them, isn't it?
It has, and it's kind of
we look shell-shocked from it.
We're unsettled us. We lost any kind of shape. We've lost any kind of plan right now. So they're playing as if they got a plan. They know what they're passing it around, and they're finding their passes as well. Whereas
Alf.
We're making it easy for them
right now.
We're making it easy for them.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
Sorry.
Are you drinking anything?
Coffee.
Oh, okay. Matt?
Well, claret coffee.
I'm about to drink a rum and coke, but yeah.
Why? What are you drinking?
Cider.
Oh, gets inside you.
I wasn't going to drink any sort of rum, but this performance, I'm getting the rum back out.
No, I thought I'd just, fill my cup with.
Fill your cup. I'm going to fill my cup.
I just thought I'd fill my.
I'm just filling my cup.
We are possibly the worst marketing people out.
Chelsea again found some space on the right-hand side, carving open our midfield. Good tackle there.
Free kick.
He's giving a free kick.
Free kick.
You can't tackle from behind. You can't tackle from behind the Premier League anymore, can you?
You're all right, Matt.
On the right-hand side. Oh, yeah, he went through. That's right. That's just a fair challenge, as we would say.
Just a fair challenge, yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. He's right. Go on.
Come on, West Ham.
Yeah. He's basically telling him, look, I don't want to join Chelsea. So
He's just letting him know he's there, isn't he? He's just letting him know he's there.
That's all he's doing. This is a dangerous one here. He's going to swing it in.
What's he about, 25
Mason
yards
Mount.
out?
Yeah,
Mason
right
Mount,
hand
30 yards out
In
the right-hand
swinger.
side. Free kick.
Here we go.
One
Here
that
we
bends away from the
go.
goalkeeper.
No, went
Oh,
right through the
good.
pack.
He did better than that
to the penalty
defensively.
area on the left-hand side.
Well
He
stood up,
swings it
Haller.
back in.
Forcing.
Oh, cleared away.
That's a better header.
And Chelsea have it back again, just playing it out the back. And just, yeah.
So though, Noble was up there for the counter attack. Then he was on the halfway line, ready.
He looks spent already, Noble.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to go back.
Well done,
40
well done.
minutes when
West
I
Ham
said
holding the
Noble
ball.
played 10 minutes against Leeds and he looked knackered.
Yeah.
He did.
He did look a bit tired, though, during that shot, I've got to say. But there we go.
Look at him running around the pitch. I don't know if that's just the way he runs. I've never really sat there and analysed the way Noble runs. But he's running around like someone that's absolutely gassed out already.
But we're trying to chase the game to not chase the game, but we're trying to chase the possession right now. And that's
don't chase it. You've got a 5-man midfield.
Chelsea down the wide left.
Make
Emerson.
it into a solid 5-man midfield.
Moving it around
so quick.
Oh no, get rid of it. It's still in the box.
Good head.
Cleared for the
Good head out from that one. Good touch.
Bowen all the way down there.
Unlucky clearance. Second ball.
Kanté feeds all the way back to the halfway line. 20 minutes gone.
They look like they can have a shot on goal anytime they want.
Yeah.
They're working it wide again. Aspilicueta.
Goes for a
massive ball up and over the top.
Oh my word.
Oh.
Done alright though.
Done well
Tammy
about
Abraham. I don't know who was that against, Balbuena. And Balbuena's knocked it out for a Chelsea corner.
You got to stand up tall, lads. You can see the tempo that Chelsea are playing, and you can also see that we're struggling to match that tempo.
To match that sort of tempo, you need the players to match that sort of tempo.
Yeah, and we just said, well, because they haven't got a possession, we haven't got a possession. We're just trying to get the ball off them, or trying to. This is almost like the West Ham of old in many ways. That you're just trying to get hold of a game, and you can't because the team have always got the opposition possession. As soon as you get the ball, then you just lose it within a pass or two.
Not being funny. If you look at the goal, look at this game right now. We've got every single player in the penalty box. That's Haller on the edge of the box winning the defensive header.
Go on, Haller!
Go on, Haller! Go on! Oh, he's not going to get supported. He's got so much to do. It's not his game. Haller, the Chelsea defender's tripped up. Haller's pretty much gone one-on-one with the keeper, but he's got about 40 yards to travel. And unfortunately for him, 3 Chelsea players got back. Yeah.
That was the only one saying. It was 4 hours on the far side was in the box, but the ball would have been Beckham-esque.
Who slipped there? Was it Kanté?
Yeah, I think it was Kanté, wasn't it?
I tell you what, though, lads. If Haller had gone down, watch this. He holds him.
Yeah, he had a hold of him.
Yeah.
I wonder if Haller had gone down. No? Last man?
No.
Who's gone down for West Ham? Bowen.
Must have just clonked him on the throw-in or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a throw-in or free kick?
It'll probably be a free kick now, but I'm guessing it was a throw-in.
Come on, here we go.
West Ham free kick.
Set pieces, come on.
18 yards out.
Count.
Maybe 20, 25 yards out, right on the edge of the box.
Yeah, in the right,
Close to
almost
the
right
byline.
position.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Go on, get away from
So
it.
foul, go on.
Oh, I
Cleared.
thought that was ahead
Good
on
ball
that.
as well, to be fair. It was a good whipped cross.
Good cross
Ready
in.
to attack.
Oh,
again.
Emerson out.
Come on.
Oh, stop the
That's
counter.
it, good.
That's
Nice.
all right. Well done.
Yeah.
One of you.
Oh,
Oh,
come
Paul,
on.
Paul.
poor defending.
Chelsea. Possession.
Chelsea got
again.
men
No
forward. West Ham
communication there
getting.
between Bowen and Creswell.
Right hand flank with Tammy Abraham.
Stand him
Knocks
up.
it back to
That's
Jorginho,
right.
is
Got men
that?
back. Got the shape back
That's,
again. Back out to Mason
Chelsea on
Mount.
the left hand side. Crikey.
No, this
Yeah,
is
they're-
okay. They seem to regain some of the shape from the first 20 minutes that we didn't seem to have at the start. Chelsea were just passing around it.
Oh, crikey.
No, that's well played.
Bit nervous from us there. I think in possession, I think we need to be, if we're going to clear it, we're going to make sure we clear it. If we're going to intercept a pass, we've got to make sure we don't give it away straight away.
I'm going to jump into some of the comments. I'm going to go back up the way. Oh no, Chilwell. Bang. Bowen is hard from Lee Ansell. Lee Ansell saying Ben Ramato. Come on at 25 minutes.
Come on, Haller. That's well played. Have brought well there.
Oh, Fabs, well done. There you go.
Ah, come on. Unlucky Bowen.
23 minutes in. Yeah, this has been Chelsea so far. All Chelsea, really. 1-0 up. We need to get hold of the game, get more possession. We need to put more pressure on them to, stop them having the possession.
Dino's
Well, we
saying
need to
because
have-
Chelsea
have
player,
possession.
West Ham don't have in danger. Player understand. Lee Ansell's saying we do have danger played, mate. He's on the bench.
Yep, I agree.
Dino is saying, I swear to God, if Benrahma plays, different game, believe it or not.
Well, it's easy to say that, isn't it? But yeah, I take his point.
Noble is a joke, seems so slow. That's from Stephen. Lee Ansell, what does Benrahma need to do to start?
Not even joking. In the way we're playing right now, could have literally played Benrahma instead of Noble.
Why is Moyes put Noble on against Chelsea?
Long ball up to
There we
Haller.
go.
Oh, that's it. Well
There we
played,
go.
Haller. Knocked down for 4 hours.
Nice, that's a bit of support
That's
there.
it. Where's Creswell?
Yeah.
There we go. Come on, there he is. Whip it in.
Let's come back to, was that Nobes to Rice? Rice up to...
So you can see now Rice has moved forward, so therefore
With
Nobes
him.
is sitting back in.
Yeah.
Oh, couldn't be the first man. Come on, Creswell. Got to do better than that.
See now, Nobes is sitting deeper. Rice is more forward.
And Souček is up there as well.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
No, Souček's just come dropping back in to the centre circle.
Oh, well played, Balbuena.
Yes!
Good. Oh,
Yes,
good play.
on,
What a
go
ball.
on.
Go on.
Come on, it's got to be!
Oh.
Just past
That
the
is-
far post by Creswell. A driving shot across the face of the goal. Oh,
Was that a shot, though?
Well, I'd say it was, wasn't it?
That looked like 6 1 half dozen of the other. For me.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Possibly.
Looked like he got caught in two minds.
If it'd gone in, Matt, it would have been a shot.
I tell you what, though. that was better, lads. And do you know what was better about that? The fact that you started to see a little bit of the swap and rotation with Noble, Rice, and Souček there.
Yeah. No ball dropping.
Oh, good.
Go on.
Bowen's on the ball.
Go on, Bo.
Go on.
Oh, nearly.
Oh, he tried to feed through Hilaire.
Again, it's got to
Oh,
be.
good ball, Noble.
Oh, good ball, Noble.
Go on.
Come on. Go on, Hilaire, hit it. Oh, what's going on? So what's happened there is a bit of ping pong. The ball's getting crossed in. Noble crossed it in. And who headed the ball across goal?
Position.
Who headed the ball across? Souček headed the ball across goal. Here we go. Noble. Souček across goal. Hilaire. Is he offside?
I think Haller would have been offside there. Anyway.
Yeah, he's kicked
Haller
the
in his
ball
prime suit position
backwards.
with his back to goal.
There we go.
Anyway, it's gone out for a West Ham corner.
So I think if he'd have scored that, it wouldn't have counted anyway.
But they've carried on with the corner, though.
He can't overrule for a corner. It'd only been for the goal.
That's true.
It's weird. It's weird. Although I suppose it's not because they're trying to make sure it don't start the entire time. So there's
Go on,
only certain
Cressy.
things VAR can
Creswell with the corner.
Whip it in.
Whip it in.
Whip it in, Crez.
Good
Someone get
cross.
head on it.
Oh!
Second ball. Oh.
Still in the box, though. Still in the box. Up deep.
Oh,
Hit it. Oh, it's gone out.
Oh, shanked it.
Is that a corner?
Nah, I think he's just skied it. Suchek.
Let's see. There's some more comments if people can see this. If we make it to half time, 1-0 Moyes has to change it. For example, Benrahma on.
you know what? The
That is a
last minute or
long
so,
way. There
the
is a
last
long
couple of
way to
minutes,
there.
West Ham have come alive. So, do you know what? Hey, maybe he doesn't need to change it. Maybe
We've got
just
like another
needs to
20 minutes to half time.
Ross is saying, brilliant commentary, gents. Feel like I'm watching a game. Couldn't find a stream.
Oh, thank you, Ross. That's very kind. Right, nobody say anything now.
Well, that's good.
No commentary.
At least from pushing everyone up for the goal kick, it's forced them to kick it long. Oh, he should have won that header though. Oh,
Right, Chelsea coming
good
forward
play,
again.
Sufa.
Yeah, was it?
High
High foot.
Yeah.
High foot. Sufa
There we
put his
go.
head in when it was going to hurt.
There we go.
It is
Step
sort
back
of
to
working.
Balbuena.
Like we said, like, you know, the
Balbuena,
games.
long ball forward up to Haller. Haller sort of gets it
I
forward.
didn't win that one. Silver back
Oh, there we
dominated
go.
him on that one.
Nice.
Replaced Sufa.
Yeah,
Up towards Bowen.
not a lot of.
The formation is sort of working, like you said at the project restart, but it's taken them 20 minutes to get settled into who's doing what.
But
By
that's
that
kind
point,
of
they're 1-0 down.
that's kind of expected though. Like, you know, if but we're going to have to squad rotate, so therefore we're going to have to find other formations and other players are going to have to fit into the squad because we've got so many games, mate.
It's frustrating.
I get it.
There we go. Just Chelsea.
Because I think the way we're playing now, we've been better playing against Brighton.
Back to Thiago Zuma, and then just pumping up to almost the halfway
Chelsea
line.
just passing it around the back. At the
Playing it
moment.
around, nicely passing by Chelsea, but no intercepted there.
Smart Noble.
Matt, you said there if you were playing like this now, this is the way that you would like West Ham to play against Brighton. I don't agree with you, mate. I totally don't. I wouldn't want this team against
They're
Brighton.
not a big physical team anymore. They like playing possession football.
But I would rather have a Benrahma fully start over a Mark Noble. Like you said, this formation is starting. Like, we're starting to come back into this game a little bit. Like, we're not giving up. It's not a giving up performance. They had the first 10 minutes of possession. They had chances, but we're coming forward. Like, go on,
Go on.
hit it!
No, it's not.
Oh no, what are you joking me? Oh, no.
Well, he's not even celebrating.
He's blown up.
For what? I'm trying to. Did he push?
Bowen put the ball in the back of the net for anyone that's watching, but it's been disallowed.
There was a bit
Haller,
of head tennis.
fantastic.
What, he fell to the ground?
Oh, he has
that.
fallen to the ground.
For that.
He is. Is
He's
that
got
Silva
his hand
diving?
up. Yeah, it's Silva.
No.
He's got his hand on him, but that
come
hand
on.
was nowhere near enough to push him down on the floor. He
So
stopped
it was-
the hand.
No, he didn't even touch
And he's
him.
gone.
VAR has got to look at that and say,
They've got to look at that.
They've got to say he just fell down. If they disallow that goal, they've disallowed it. I can't believe
They've
it.
disallowed it. Yep.
So what happened, lads, was Haller won the header, fed it on to Souček, who won a header, fed through to Bowen, and it was Bowen with Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva has, in my opinion, and there are many other people's opinions, dived to the floor. Bowen's hit the ball into the back of the net, and the referee has given it as a foul.
This is where, for me, and I've said this repeatedly, this is where VAR is completely wrong, because it's not picking up those that are completely cheating the system and just
Go on.
And that cost us a goal by him fooling the referee, and VAR should have picked that up.
I saw the
and
couple
said,
of replays there.
actually, nothing wrong with that. He should have. That's a goal.
I'm still trying to work out. Was it a hand on the back, or did they clip ankles or something?
No, I think he's literally dived.
He's just gone. He's just thought, right.
I think he's gone down.
I'm just going to go forward.
Clever flick.
And he has got history of doing that.
Creswell.
Thiago Silva has a lot of history of doing that. Where was it, Thiago Silva? Did Thiago Silva not do that in a big competition, a big international competition?
I don't think maybe like Champions League, maybe, or are you talking like a World Cup?
I'm talking like World Cup. I want to.
Maybe, I can't remember.
Oh, there was. Or am I thinking? Oh no, do you know what? I think I'm thinking. Sometimes I get him and Pepe mixed up.
West Ham on the wing. It might be Pepe you might be talking about.
Yeah.
In the middle to Noble. Noble back to Bonner. West Ham just trying to place more possession. Out wide to Creswell. Creswell brings it forward, looking for a short pass. Oh, he's played it straight into Kante. Chelsea on the counter-attack. Kante brings it over the halfway line. Just jogs on a Sunday stroll past Mark Noble.
Oh, here we go.
Mason Mount. He's got a lucky deflection. Oh, he's just got too far away from him. Not be far there. There. That was... Kante didn't even break a sweat to get past Noble there. He literally looked like he was jogging. Just...
Yeah, so Pulisic just getting a bit annoyed with
He's not happy there, Pulisic.
No,
He was unlucky, to be fair. It was just like a random bounce back onto him. Ogbon with a long ball up.
Okay.
Oh, we got the somehow.
Free kick, West Ham. Just
cheeky free kick.
Inside the West Ham half. Really, Noble's got caught as he controlled it.
Who did he give the booking to?
Noble out to Fornals, I believe it is. I can't
Clever ball out. Yeah. Back to Creswell, into Noble. Noble looks to turn. Is he going to try and switch it again?
Yeah, going to the General.
That's Balbuena.
Lovely. And then...
So far.
Yeah. Oh, it was. Oh, that's too foul. Go on. Put the pace on.
Good bit of play. Whip it in.
And again, go on. There we go.
And again.
It's there's crosses going in. Sorry, our commentary is letting ourselves down.
Good.
It's out for a West Ham thrown or a corner.
Silva's gone down
get
again.
Up, Silva.
Put a cross in. It was. Yeah.
You've done your job there as a defender.
Can I not ask you a question? Is that not the third time that he's down?
But I don't understand why. That's what I'm trying to work out. Like, I mean, it does hit him flat in the chest. The thing is, the way he went down was the way most players go down when they're trying to deceive the ref. Like, I haven't touched that on my hand, and I've just seen a clear replay there. He just hit him in the chest. Like, come on now. What's he trying to get out of it? You're not going to get a foul because he hit the ball too hard and it hit you in the stomach.
Well, again, shocking display. And why they're not picking this up, I'll never know.
Chelsea trying to press us from the back.
Fabianski gets hold of the ball. Chelsea pressing.
Until I'm blue in the face, the only way this behaviour is ever going to be stopped is if it's picked up on. If they don't pick up on it, if they don't do anything about it, players are just going to keep on doing it.
The problem is, and I would give say devil's advocate for the other way round.
Chelsea throwing.
There was a game yesterday. What game was it? And one of the teams got a penalty, and the contact was absolutely minimal. And if the guy hadn't gone down, they wouldn't give him the penalty. And because he went down, VAR looked at it and was like, "No, he's made contact. It's a penalty." So until the refs, until VAR start playing the advantage, people staying on their feet, and when there's no advantage, then going back and giving the penalty, players will continue to dive.
Yeah,
because I mean, they did that rule, didn't they? Where if you dived and won a penalty and scored, you got a 1 game ban. Was it a 1 game ban for retrospective? Which lasted for about 2 players. I think there was a player at Everton and Lanzini got it. And after that was about 3 years ago, because it's when Moyes was last in charge.
Again on the right-hand side, or just, cleared by
well defended from Mason Mount.
Yeah.
But until they actually start giving out fouls, when the player doesn't go down, the players will continue to dive, because there's no benefit to not going down.
Yeah.
Unlucky West Ham.
I hate diving. I think you're right, Alf. I think let's just start banning players for it.
Yeah.
Well done, so
far.
you're
right. Yeah. You got to make it an incentive for them not to go down.
Yeah.
You got
to say to them, if you stay on your feet, but you don't,
here we go. Back and look well. Lovely interchange of play from West Ham on the left-hand side. Creswell tries to cross in, but back with possession with West Ham on the left-hand side, out to Creswell.
Go on, Dick. That's Creswell again.
It's Creswell, Tech there, just coming in. Got 2-3 Chelsea play. Oh, lovely forward.
Get it in.
Get it in. Chelsea clear.
Played on.
Bit of ping pong there. Noble's
got hold of the ball.
Noble's still got it. Whip it in Creswell.
Out for
Oh.
a shot.
Cut out again.
No, it's Creswell's
No,
got
he's
it.
kept it on. Into Noble.
Left side, Noble. There we go. Back to. Oh, it's out for a
That's,
Chelsea throw. Is it?
Chelsea throw-in?
Lads, I've got credit where
Mark
credit's
Noble
due.
is not happy about that.
Sofal. Sofal is having another great game. Well done, West Ham. Oh, he's blown the whistle. Oh.
Look, the
Noble
last
him down
10
again.
minutes, we've shown a bit of urgency. We've shown, we've got back into the game. Definitely. I think Chelsea got to feel a little bit worried now. We were worried the first 20 minutes, or they were going to run riot over us. But no, we've come back into it. It's all right. They're playing well. They keep this up. I can see us getting a goal.
But the problem is, if we don't get the goal while we're on top, that's always we seem to struggle.
Yeah.
Especially in the Premier League, you've got to make your possession count.
Lee Ansell saying even Vardy would have been embarrassed about that flop. Shadez is saying, I'm proud that we don't dive at least. Stephen Richards saying Chelsea have the worst kit in the Premier League. Lawrence is saying another diver to join the likes of Salah and Grealish. Dennis Graffin better in the last 5 minutes. Lee Ansell saying getting better. Last 10 minutes.
Moran coming forward.
Go on. Look at Haller. Look at Haller. Oh, he made a great run, but no one fed it to him.
There we go. Fornals.
Go on, switch it.
Switch and play.
That's
Good
it.
ball.
There we go.
Mark
Let's
Noble.
switch it, whip it in. Go on, switch it.
Bit
So
long.
sorry.
No, he's gone.
Unlucky.
Out for a goal.
One of very few poor crosses he's put in. Like
He
in his
has
time at the
actually,
club,
and he's
Soufal.
gutted by that.
His crossing
He's
is normally
absolutely
been
gutted.
pretty spot on.
Stephen Rochford is saying last 10 minutes we've gone up a gear.
Yeah, we
Reese
have.
is saying I love Mark Noble and think he should be Prime Minister, but he's getting on a bit and it's hurting so bad. Yeah, and so VAR should have looked at that ball and should have
You know
kicked off
what?
a bit.
He couldn't do any worse than Boris.
Ugh.
Dennis, so much better in the last 15.
Yeah.
And then lastly, Leanne.
Yeah.
So what happens at half time? Chelsea make changes, we leave it, no change for fresh legs.
Well,
Let's
look,
just
we've
go
got to
up.
see how the game's progressing. And let's not, jump to make changes at half time. If we're into the game, and it's very tight, and we're looking as if we're starting to boss the game, don't change it. Just keep it going. But you got to see the first 10 minutes of the second half. If it isn't quite working, bring somebody on.
At the moment, I agree. I wouldn't change it, but I think by the hour mark, you're going to have to change it because I don't think Noble will last more than an hour.
But we've really got to try and get push now for the last sort of
Get rid
7
of the
8
ball.
Really
Oh.
push and really force them into mistakes.
Fabianski
Soufal had
clearance.
100% faith in
there
Fabianski
we
there.
go. Yeah, no.
Emerson
just
coming
trying to-
forward.
he
Noble,
hasn't
just give
got
up,
that.
mate. Just go for the
Yeah, he was
spotting
trying
run.
to hold his arm there as well. You've got to be
Give up,
careful, no.
Emerson weren't even interested. He was like, no.
Yeah, he loves to pick up a yellow card, doesn't he, Nobes, as well? There we go. Chelsea, their centre circle, coming through to our half, pushes out to the right-hand side, and just inside there. I think it's like Mason Mount, is it? I can't really see. That's such a small screen here. Back to their defenders. Thiago, diving Thiago. We're just calling him the triple
diving.
dig Thiago. Triple dig Thiago. There
I
we
don't
go.
want to say why. I don't want to say this. Why is Noble even starting? He's getting slow. Why didn't we start Ben Roma like we played against Palace the other day? Rice should be captain.
Yeah.
We could have been maybe 1-0 up. I still think Noble should be the captain, Rice should be the captain because he is the captain now. But it's almost like is it like a chain of command respect thing that because Noble's
Yeah,
on
I
the
think
pitch,
so.
he's giving the armband to Noble.
Right, here we go.
Good pressing from West Ham. Hey, go on, Alan. Make him. Oh,
Go on, Nobes.
Chelsea playing that well from the back there.
Well intercepted there by Cressy.
Oh, no.
He's given it away.
No, it was a free kick.
He's called it back.
That's good. Yeah, he sort of took Chris's legs away.
Is he all right? Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, Chris is up. Yeah.
After last week, you're a bit like,
Stood at us there we go. Yeah, there's no malice there. It was just one of those things. Just took his foot on there, studded him. Right, okay. So Chris. Oh, who's that?
go on, Deck. Go on, Deck. Look at the
Deck.
ground he's
He's
covering.
got him.
Go
He's
on.
got him.
Go
Deck
on.
coming in. Broke away.
Pick
Oh
up the pass,
no!
pick up the pass.
Oh, he couldn't.
Oh, my word.
Oh, that's a back pass.
How
They won't give it.
It came off a Chelsea player.
I came off
He
Chelsea
wouldn't
player,
give
but
that.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
just a clearance.
Well, he's come
It was a
sliding in. He
sliding
knows
tackle.
he's kicking it back towards his own goal.
Nah, it's
But
never, it's
then
never,
they've
mate.
got-
It's never.
No, so they'd never give it. But if you look, when he sticks his foot out, he knows exactly what he's doing.
No, mate. No. He's not. That's not.
I don't think he expects to keep to pick it up. I think he just knows if I get a toe on this and I can get it back towards the goalkeeper, he can clear it.
He's sliding, his feet are off the ground. He's just cleared that, and it's gone to the keeper.
Well, nice little turn there from Soufal. Back to our buying. Switch it to
Good
Criswell.
ball. Unlucky.
Yeah, in all fairness, I think that call could have gone either way. It could have been a back pass, or it could have been a. Yeah, it depends how you interpret it, really.
I know it won't be because, like you said, like the way Ant said it, and that's why I said at the start it won't be. But
No, I'm just saying it. Either way, I think it could have gone either way.
I'm just saying like it wouldn't be. I'm just clutching at straws. There aren't even there.
The refs in their pocket tonight. Anyway, don't worry about that.
I don't know.
Oh no, he's through. He's through.
Oh my God,
It's 3-on-2. It's 3-on-2. They're making an attack. Goes out wide. Ferner. Good save, Fabianski.
Brilliant.
That
With
was
the legs. Love it.
shocking.
They ripped us apart there, though.
You can see that he's not in form right now.
But there was my issue.
No,
You on about?
Timo Werner.
Oh, right. Yeah.
There was
And
my
if Werner
example.
would have buried that.
There was my example though of stepping forward centre halves and no one was covering there, so that's what happened. Balbuena wasn't there. Augie stepped forward and we left Soufal and Criswell to try and mop up.
Whips in.
Corner comes in. Out.
That was Chelsea head
Oh,
on it, wasn't it?
God.
Fabianski.
Into a body of players. A shot from. Is it? Who was
Mason
that? Mason
Mount.
Mount?
That was always going to be a hard shot.
On the left-hand side there.
43
That was always
minutes,
gonna
2
be
minutes
a
till
hard
half time. 2 minutes till half time.
So Fornals up there. Oh, Fornals, lovely ball forward.
Go on, Seb.
Go on, Haller. Hold it up.
Nice.
Hold it up. Oh.
Lovely little
offside.
goals.
Offside.
Oh, for fuck! Why it's taking so long?
I think that's about 4 times he's been called offside now already. Go watch that.
Well, he's not exactly Jamie Vardy, is he? Let's be fair.
Yeah. That's it. Dave just clapping. I might have to give Dave a call at half time. We'll see how we go.
To be fair, with Haller running offside, I mean, he's been caught offside about 4 times tonight, and that's 4 times more than he's done all season. So it looks like he's looking like he's running. Yeah,
He's playing the line, definitely.
Yeah, he's playing the line, which is good. It's a confident striker.
At least he's making the runs. You know, I know he's offside, but the timing comes on that with more game time.
The funny thing is, the funny thing is, they just done a focus on the sub there, and they've done a focus on Yarmolenko. This has got a little vibe of Yarmolenko late in the second half, if I'm being honest.
What are we saying? Oh, good touch. Clearance with Balbuena.
You know what? Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah.
Oh, what's going on there? Jorginho's off the ball on the floor.
Dave Trevor here said, let's have it right though, Al. We've played well. I haven't said we haven't played well. I agree with you, Dave. We have played well in the last sort of 10, 15 minutes. First 20 minutes now, we were outplayed.
Boom, Haller.
Definitely.
It's the way he's landed.
It's gone down, isn't it? Yeah.
He's landed, and his leading foot is actually stuck straight. Like it's like a jar. It's like he's jarred.
That looks like the Chilwell one all over again. The way his ankle's bent.
I think he's going to be all right though.
That hurts.
Yeah, you expected him to be.
How many minutes have we got for injury time?
I haven't announced it yet. We've had a few players down.
I would imagine a couple
2 minutes?
of minutes.
Yeah.
There he is, triple
3
D.
minutes. 3 minutes.
There we go.
I'll show him the goal again. Yeah, Bowen just. You know what? That replay just makes it look even worse.
Yeah,
Bowen doesn't even run. Bowen's like jumping down the spot, goes flat-footed, and Silva just goes, and Bowen just watches him. Does not do him any favours, that replay.
3 minutes stoppage time.
3 minutes, yeah. Okay, so Fabianski with the ball. Just urging the players on. Nice hoop up
Long ball up towards Haller, I'm guessing.
Super. Oh, no. Nearly got to Super. And Emerson. He looks like an albino parakeet, doesn't he? Old Emerson. You know, with that kind of white, fluffy hair on top of his head. There we go. Never mind. I'll just talk about it to myself. There we go. Right. Okay.
I was just going to see how far you was going to try and dig yourself there.
Bonner. Powerful
big head.
Big head. straight to keeper Mendy, who, just
I like the way he still had to go down on the floor for that header from 50 yards.
Better take it to the floor.
Just to get one for the camera.
Where's their other keeper? Where's their other keeper? How much was he? 70 odd million.
What
is
was
he?
his name? What was his name?
Yeah, but he's
Is he on the
also-
bench?
Fabianski clears. There's a melee there in the penalty area for West Ham. But Chelsea, got half shot away, I would say. But it would trickle through to Fabianski.
Is Kepa on the bench?
I'm assuming, I think he was. That's been a
75 or 78
That's
million or
not
something.
I can't pronounce it. Sorry.
I can't remember what.
Does that know what he was though? 78 million or something?
Yeah, about 72 million.
Crazy.
It's mad, isn't it?
I'm still
He's
adamant
young,
they put the
though,
wrong
isn't he? He's only
goalkeeper.
a kid. He's only about 20 years old now.
Hilaire's
I'm
got
sure
7
that
goals
the,
in all
Chelsea
competitions.
scouting lineup went.
Oh, well done. Well done.
Yeah.
Gone so foul.
Wow.
Got out of trouble there.
Unlucky. Almost.
Unlucky.
There we go. Is that? No,
That's
Haller.
Haller.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
I'm
getting stuck in
I'm
again.
really digging Haller in this game. I think
Yeah.
he's putting himself a lot.
He's up for it.
He's trying. He's
Yeah.
getting in there.
The
Definitely.
thing is, though, Alf, though, I think it's going to need a little bit of support. It's going to need a little bit of creativity.
But you know what?
Half-time.
I think
No, I know we're playing. Yeah,
It's got to be half time, surely.
it's not bad. It's not. We've done
15
all right.
seconds. By the time we take this through.
The question is,
would
would you change anything at half time, or would you? I think we're still in this.
I don't think he
still-
will.
No, I don't think he will.
I reckon
think
he'll give Noble the 15 minutes he's got left and he'll change it. My only worry is that when he changes it, he won't take Noble off. Noble will still be on the pitch.
I think he should.
I don't mean that to
bring
disrespect him, because I
Panorama
think Noble's been okay to be
Half
fair.
time. Half time.
gonna-
Chelsea 1, West Ham 0.
Wait a minute, you caught me on the hop. Hold on, wait a minute. Go back to the music, everybody. Go back to the music. I'm back in. Everybody, it's the half-time report. Look, we're going to swing it in there. Woo. There we go. You don't get that on the BBC. Welcome to the half-time report here on West Ham Lions United. With me, I'm joined by Anton and Matt. And who else? Anybody else joining us? No. So we're going to be digesting the first half of West Ham against Chelsea at their Stamford Bridge. What do we think, boys? What do we think?
It's been a half of two halves, maybe. The first 10, 15 minutes was all Chelsea. It was as if West Ham were trying to get a feel for the game, but we were not doing well in feeling for the game. And Chelsea were carving up all of our formation. They were penetrating our defence. They were passing the ball through. And as Matt said in the first half, you felt like any time that Chelsea had the ball, they were going to shoot from distance, or they had the ability to shoot because we weren't closing down the men, etc. And then we were leaving. I felt like Noble has taken a good solid 20 minutes to get into the game, but now he's in the game. He's a little bit more settled. West Ham have started to drive forward, and we're starting to find that those three players are starting to click a little bit. When you talk about Noble, Souček, and Rice, one goes forward, two drop back, and vice versa. And I'm okay with where we're at just now. Okay, just okay though.
Matt, what do you think?
I think we got slow out the blocks and that cost us a goal. I think the last 20 minutes, the shape's been okay.
Yeah.
We've done well. We've had possession of the ball, but we're just lacking that final pass. And unfortunately, Chelsea have had that final pass 3 or 4 times, and they just haven't had the shooting boots on. I do worry that if we don't, Chelsea are going to miss so many chances and give us the odd bit before, if they either score again or we crumble and concede another. And it's going to be on tactics and substitutions on which way it goes. This game will 100% not finish 1-0 to Chelsea.
No, I don't think so. I think it's got a lot more goals in it. Rich, morning, good evening, Rich. How are you? Yeah, not too bad. You're going to have to speak a little bit louder there. You're very, very far away. You're all the way in
No
South
stress.
Africa.
No stress. I'll get closer in here.
Yeah, good. What about the first half then, Rich? What do you think?
Look, I mean, obviously disappointed in the way we conceded the first goal.
Yeah.
I think it was something that the whole team will be disappointed. I think Moyes will be gutted, but I'm really proud of the way we came back in that first half. You know, we could have easily gone into our shell, but after the goal, I think we were probably the better side. Yeah,
Yeah.
they had the one really good chance with Werner, which he probably should have buried. But other than that, I think we were the side looking to get forward, and unfortunately, we're just lacking a bit of quality in the final third, and that's where I feel Moyes has got to get Benrahma on the pitch straight away, second half, because they're looking open at the back. So, to be honest, I'm quite happy with the way we bounced back from going a goal down. I must be honest. I think we can take a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, I think certainly they scored that goal, their goal, and then the first 20 minutes they pretty much were carving us up left, right, and centre. But you're right, we came into it, and I think we were the much better team in that second half of the first half, as it were. Let me ask you this, Rich: what do you think about that goal that we scored, but was disallowed because Thiago Silva just dropped to the floor like a sack of potatoes? What do you think about that?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's very soft. I must be honest. It's extremely soft.
Yeah.
But Thiago Silva's absolutely milked it, and I can understand why it's been given. There was a slight entangling of legs, and he's gone to ground, which I can understand. But
Yeah.
on another day, that goal gets given, and no one blinks an eyelid. So it's just one of those, you know. It's a typical South American move from Thiago Silva. He's gone to ground, and luckily the refs, for them, has been slightly conned in a way, but I can understand why it's been given. But I must be honest, I mean, even the Rice goal was really, really tight for offside. So
Yeah, it was.
we've been close. We've been there and thereabouts. So I'm really positive about the way we've played in that first half, and I feel there's every chance we can get back into it in the second half. I think, you know, going a goal down, it seems to be all doom and gloom, but I've taken a lot of positives from that first half. I'm really proud of the way we've bounced back. I must be honest.
Yeah, I have as well. I was kind of questioning whether they could sort of sort themselves out, but they did. Would you change anything at half time, or would you just wait to see how we start the second half?
I'd bring Benrahma on straight away, second half for Noble, straight swap.
Okay.
It makes no sense playing Rice and Souček as holding midfielders and then Noble as a 10 when you've got Said Benrahma on the bench. It's a no-brainer to bring him on. I can't understand the logic and reasoning in Moyes' mind behind that decision, because Noble's not playing as a holding midfielder. He's playing as a number 10. So when you've got someone with the ability and the skill and the technique that Benrahma has, it's just a no-brainer to bring him on, because for me, he's 10 times better in that position than Noble, and he gives us so much more. So he needs to come on straight away half-time. That would be my swap. Straight away half-time, get Benrahma on, no-brainer. He'll give us a completely different dimension in that second half. And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets on the score sheets. I honestly wouldn't. Chelsea looking open. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think a lot of people in the comments are saying exactly the same thing, Rich, as well. You know, let's you know, we've kind of got them on the back foot. We're kind of worrying them a little bit. Let's just step it up a little bit more with Benrahma. I agree. Let me bring in Jake. Jake, what do you think of the first half? What do you think Moyes needs to do at half time?
Well, as Rich said, I think we came up the blocks very slowly, like we did, like we have done kind of late. Oh, hang on. I ain't got my mic plugged in. Hang on.
That's right. I can hear you.
No, Jake, it's good, mate. We can
I can hear you. That's fine.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. I think we came up the block slow. I thought, we didn't come out. But then I thought as the game went on, Chelsea, they didn't defend very well. I thought they were quite sloppy. And I think we were very unlucky to not get a goal. I think just on another day, one of them would have just fell in the net for us. But we've got some positives to go into the second half. Benrahma has to come on, and I think there's still hope in this game for me.
Let me ask you this, both of you. Do you think Moyes has got this wrong in this first half by the team that he's played? Really? You think he's got it wrong?
Yes, definitely.
Why?
To me, I can't understand the reasoning behind a manager playing two defensive midfielders. Listen, I have no problem with playing Rice and Souček in a West Ham side against Chelsea. I think that's a no-brainer. But to be playing Noble in the position that he is, he's one of our furthest forward players. If you looked in that first half, why would you play a defensive midfielder in that position when you've got arguably one of the most talented attacking midfielders probably in England last season, or at least in the Championship inside Benrahma? Why on earth would you be playing an aging Mark Noble who's a defensive midfielder by trade in a number 10 role? Honestly, it baffles me. So on another day, I would be playing Benrahma from the start. I just can't understand that decision making from Moyes. It's a real strange one.
But don't you think that the three of them, Souček, Rice, and Noble, towards when we were starting to come back into the game and play a lot better, that all of a sudden the three of them were interchanging, they were moving around as we talked about before the game, and actually they're performing a lot better. I think Moyes has got this right. I actually think I think for the first 20 minutes, I think he was worried that he's got it completely wrong. But the second 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I think he's thinking to himself, no, I've got this right. I think we can get Chelsea. And I think I've got to hand it to him. We were very unlucky not to have a couple of goals. Yeah, they could have had a couple more goals as well. Yeah. But I don't think we've done that bad. I think we've done really well in that last 20 minutes, I would say.
I just think this game is really screaming out for someone in the middle of the park to look to get forward.
Yeah.
Noble's got a pass in him. We all know that. He's got the vision. But there's been times in that first half where he's picked up the ball and there's been space in front of him and he's looked to play the pass. And that's, for me, where Benrahma, if he comes on, he gets that ball in that position. He looks to drive forward. He'll take on players. He'll win us free kicks. He'll play ball from behind. So, I mean, I don't think Noble's had a bad game at all, not at all. But I just think Benrahma offers so much more in that attacking sense, especially when you've got Rice and Souček who've been so solid in that defensive role. There's no need to have Noble on the pitch. There's no need, really.
Yeah.
Jake, where do you think Benrahma comes on? Where do you think he plays? Where does Fornals move to? With Benrahma on the pitch.
Well, I think there's two possibilities. He could take Fornals off and put Benrahma out on the wing, or he could, as Rich said, do a straight swap from Noble and Benrahma. Because I think Noble, don't we all love him? But I just think it's the wrong game to bring him in against a pacey Chelsea side. I think none of us would have expected it an hour before kickoff to see him come in. I think, it was just very strange. And I think that, he just hasn't got the pace there. And I think if we can bring him on early and Moyes can act fast, I think that we can have I think Benrahma will bring some just kind of some more quality into our attacks. I think,
What about any other players? Any other players that you bring on? Maybe in the 60, 70 minutes.
Yeah, I think I would be tempted to bring Yarmolenko on kind of 70 minutes if we're still in the game and kind of fighting. I think Yarmolenko to come on would be ideal because I think we've got that option there, isn't it? Now we've got a few options on the bench, and and let's hope we don't take Bowen off like he always does. But
well, the thing is, if he's going to bring on Yarmolenko, the chances are he's going to take off Bowen, isn't he? But what about somebody like Snodgrass? Would you kind of bring him in for the last sort of 10, 15 minutes and see if he can do something? Rich, over to you. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I'm a massive Snoddy fan.
I am.
Obviously, when I came over to the UK, I watched him score against Palace away, and I'll never forget that moment. So I love him to bits, and I think he gives us a lot of leadership. He's one of those players that will attack and give 110%, and he'll press hard, and I think he'll make sure he gives the lads a rollicking if they're not, pressing as hard as they can. So I think he also gives us the ability to attack from set pieces. We all know how good he is with his left foot. Obviously, Cress has got a great delivery on his day, but Snoddy brings us that dynamic as well. So I'd bring him on. If we're looking flat at any point in the second half, I'd bring Snoddy on just to try and lift the lads because I feel like he's got a great presence and the lads respect him a lot. So for me, I'd bring him on. If we're struggling, but then Rama's the main man.
Bye, Jake. Take care.
Jake, cheers, mate.
Yeah. Well, Rich, what do you think about our defensively? How have we? Yeah, we've conceded a goal. First 20 minutes, we were all over the place. Really, we really couldn't get into the game. But defensively, how do you think we were?
Look, I don't think we've been poor at all at the back. I think we've been solid. Obviously, I'm disappointed at the way we conceded the goal. I think everyone at West Ham knows we should be doing better there. Moyes will be really livid. We got to be picking up Thiago Silva. He just had a free run for a header, which is
Yeah,
suicidal in the Premier
yeah,
League. But other
yeah,
than that, obviously they've had the Werner chance, which I believe he should have scored. Other
yeah.
than that, we've had more chances than they have. We've had more shots. We've looked to get forward more. I think they've been really poor otherwise, Chelsea. I don't think Lampard will be chuffed with the way Chelsea have played in that first half. I think he'll be quite disappointed. And it really opens the door for us in the second half because they're not at their best. They've lost their last 2 games on the spin. I reckon if we nick one in the second half, Chelsea could well go into their shell and then suddenly we've got the chance to nick all 3 points. So I think we've just got to come out second half, try be as positive as possible. In terms of confidence, Chelsea are really struggling. At the back, they've been poor. So,
Yeah.
we've got every chance. If we nick a goal, we've got every chance. I'm still confident. I believe we can get something out of this game.
See, Rich, I look at the subs bench, and we were kind of talking about this at the start of the game. Before the game. I look at that subs bench, and we've got very limited options, for an attacking substitution. Yarmolenko, Snodgrass, but that's about it, really. So obviously there's injuries in the squad. Obviously the under-23s, there's talk about the COVID going through that, decimated there. So, we haven't really got a lot of options to turn it around, have we? So we're kind of relying on the players that we've got. Obviously, Ben Rama and Yarmolenko and Snodgrass. Those are the only ones I can really think of that we could use in any kind of attacking way.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's a real strange, again, choice of subs from Moyes to have 2 goalkeepers on your bench.
Yeah.
Surely there's someone there in the academy or on the fringes of West Ham that can offer us something going forward. But to name 2 goalkeepers on your bench kind of just is a bit of a kick in the teeth. When
Very
you're going
weird.
away from home,
Yeah.
it just limits the team. I would have chucked a young aspiring youngster who's performing well in PL2, who's got a couple of goals. You never know. You give him 5 minutes, but to have 2 goalkeepers on your bench with Snoddy, Benrahma, and Yarmolenko as our only attacking prowess off the bench is a bit disappointing. But at the same time, if Benrahma comes on, he's got all the ability in the world, and Yarmolenko, he scored against Chelsea already a couple of times, so who's to say something? We might not even need to use 3 subs. I back Benrahma to do a job. I really do. I think give him 45 minutes. I reckon he'll score. I honestly do. He's due one.
Well, the Chelsea players are already back out on the pitch. Still waiting for West Ham to come out. Let's see if that's true. Let's see if he'll come out. Oh, they're just walking out now. Let's see if there are any changes. Oh, Noble is walking out with them as well. So I don't think he's made the changes here. I just can't see it. I can see Fornals. I can see Oggy. Yeah, Benrahma is still in his high vis, along with Fredericks and Diop as well. The trio there. No subs that I can tell. So there no changes, Rich, I'm afraid. So let's wait till the 90th minute when he probably will make a subs.
All right, mate. Well, I'm going to watch the second half. I'll catch you after the game, mate.
All right, mate. Take it easy. Cheers, mate. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Right, this has been the halftime report. Let's go back to the game. And I'm joined with Ant and Matt. There we go. Take it away, boys.
Well, second half is ready to rock and roll.
Right,
No changes, like you said.
For 1 second. Just going to step out 1 second.
No subs. Doesn't surprise me.
What you on just now, Matt? Matt, what you on?
45-10 or 11-12.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no subs, but it doesn't really surprise me. I think we had the better end to the half. Apart from when they got the Timo Werner chance, which was like out of a long ball. Well, I thought it was thrown, wasn't it?
Yep.
But I'd say you'd give him 15-20 minutes. I can see it. Moyes doing it because we did finish. I'd say like you said. I think they had the first half of the first half, and we had the second half. My only worry is that if we give them the first half of the second half and we start like we started the first half, we could be in serious trouble.
Yeah. Well, we just need to hope, mate, that we keep the shape and keep the momentum going from the end of the second half and continue driving forward from that. Like I said, the momentum in the second half. But
like Rich said, I'm worried about if Chelsea turn up because Lampard will not be happy with that. He'll be happy with the way they started the first half, but he won't be happy the way they came into the game.
Yep.
And it wouldn't surprise me if he gave them sort of a rollicking at half time, because for the players they've got on the pitch, the performance wasn't good enough.
Oh. West Ham getting hold of the ball, putting a bit of early pressure on Chelsea, which is good.
Kante brings it away.
Kante's on the ball, yeah.
On the counter attack into Werner, who's now in the middle.
Good
Abraham
tackling by
drifted out
Balbuena.
wide. Go on, West Ham, get your foot
Fornals, unlucky.
in. Chelsea still at the break of the ball.
Mason Mount. Middle of the park, driving forward, out wide to Emerson on the left. Goes all the way back to halfway line.
Well played, West Ham.
Back to
They need
Emerson.
to. They need to keep the shape and keep the effort. The teamwork up, which they didn't have in the start of the first half, and that's what they let them sort of get through it. It was, yeah.
Come on.
We deserve to be level on the basis of the game, but we don't. In what matters, you don't take your chances. You don't deserve anything. Chelsea on the ball. West Ham looking to try and nick it back. Oh, it's been well worked from Chelsea from right wing back to Thiago Silva at left centre back. Silva, that's a sloppy
Straight
pass.
to West Ham.
Fornals
Straight to Fornals. Switches
Brilliant
play.
ball from Fornals to Bowen.
Great ball. Go on, Bowen.
Bowen's held at Mason Mount's turned in.
Well, he's done well.
Coming inside.
Oh, he
good
switches
ball.
play.
Suits out
Great
to
ball
Creswell.
over to Creswell.
Creswell's got to whip it in. He's got time.
Wide left. Whip.
Oh,
Off the head. Off Haller.
Who was
And
that?
it's gone out for a goal
Haller.
kick.
He just couldn't get around the header, could he?
You know what? This is first. What? Is that the first time they fed him?
Yeah. You know what, though? If that was
fu-
bicycle kick level, he'd have scored.
It's true.
It was unlucky. I mean, to be fair, that was... Silva defended that well because he knew he wasn't going to win the header.
If Haller wasn't going to win that header, though, it was going straight for Souček.
I don't know. Silva was close behind him. Good head up.
Come on,
Flick
West
on.
Ham.
Tried to switch it. It's going to overhit that ball. Is it going to go out of play? Aspilicueta? Yeah.
Come on, Moisia. What is it? Moisia.
The Moisiah.
Moisia.
It was a good ball down the wing for Abraham.
Oh, no.
In behind Creswell. Timo Werner's in the middle.
Oh!
Right across the front of the goal for a goal kick.
Clashed into Fabianski as well.
Fabianski's down. He's down holding his ankle. That's not a good thing. I mean, luckily we've got two goalkeepers on the bench. Yeah, look, he's sort of stretching out the ankle there, trying to stretch out the ligaments again if there's any. Because, I mean, again, like the one in the first half, it's entirely accidental, wasn't it? But, like the one with Chilwell. There's nothing. He's tried to actually stop himself, Timo Werner. He's tried to stop himself sliding into Fabianski, but momentum's just not possible. And look, bang, that standing foot, the right foot, he's gone right through his right leg.
The only problem with that is the fact that it was his standing foot and it was his planted foot. But the game's on, isn't it? They're playing on. No, they're not. They're still checking.
No, he's still down. He's still down getting...
It was his right foot that was planted and he was down, and the player,
the
just
one
like
that went
Matt
through.
said, it's just a fall through. That's Randolph out, running up and down the line.
Yeah, it's safe. You've got to get him warmed up because you don't know how Fabianski's going to be. So it's better to start warming up. David Martin's thinking, I'm not even getting on the sub goalkeeper now. But he knows his position, doesn't he? He knows he's number 3.
Isn't it funny? That's the third ankle injury in 2 games I've seen. Like the similar injuries as well. Chilwell, Creswell, Fabianski. Oh, I don't know. Is he all right?
Just involved in this game. Well, he's giving it a run about. Is he going to give it a couple of jumps?
He looks all right.
Just test it out. Am I under pain jumping or not? He looks all right. I think
He'll be fine. He just might not take the goal kicks.
I know, it looks like he's taking it. He actually gave a free kick, to be fair.
He's
A bit
gone
off.
for short anyway.
Played it short, long ball.
As they all do these days.
I thought it was a bit harsh given the free kick. He didn't take it inside the 6-yard box, did he? He took it outside it, which means he gave the contact off Werner.
I think they had to give the free kick though because the play stopped.
But did it go out for a goal kick?
I don't think it
I
went
thought
out.
it went
No.
out. It looked like it went out. Oh, okay.
I think he blew the whistle beforehand.
How's that not our throw-in? Soufal is raging right now because he's actually blocked Abraham to let the ball run out for a throw-in, and he's giving it to Chelsea player. He's giving it to Chelsea off of. I didn't actually see the contact, but the way that Soufal let it go out, he was adamant it was a West Ham throw-in. Chelsea with it back to Mendy. Sprays it out to Aspilicueta at right back. He's gone back inside to Zuma. Zuma goes back again to Mendy. Mendy looks to spray it again. This time he's gone longer for Abraham. Or flick on-ish. Van Pulisic. Oh, no, is that Mason Mount? Sorry. Yeah, Mason Mount.
Go on, Bowen.
Plays a sort of 1-2 with Emerson. It's gone back to Jorginho. Jorginho in the left back from Chelsea. Big, long, raking, switching ball, but
Well done, Oggy.
won by Oggy, and then the rebound back to Fabianski.
Just played it long to a long throw to Declan Rice. It's fed Creswell. Back to Deckers in the left back position.
Souček, to Ogbonna, back to Fabianski.
Oggy back to Fabianski, putting pressure on Fabi. Goes for a nice
Good
little
ball
chip
out to Souček.
ball forward.
Just about kept it in play. Noble will flick on.
Noble to the
Bowen.
flick on to Bowen. Yeah, Bowen's got the ball, feeds
Good
it back
pass.
to Oggy. West Ham keeping a hold of the possession here. Goes out wide to Creswell. Creswell goes
Over the
long, over the top.
Oh.
Might go over. Oh, I thought that was just going to bounce over Zuma.
Pablo, is that not going out for a corner? Oh,
He was trying to win a corner. He was trying to win a corner there, and he tried to guard the ball, but Zuma just got his big leg and
Zuma
behind him and
just
it's kicked it out for a.
out-muscled him entirely. Oh, he won the throw. He has won a corner now, though.
He's won a corner now, though.
No, we'll let him off.
Good play, West Ham. Good bit of possession. Good forward play,
Like we said, that we've actually started the way we finished the half,
which is
which
good.
to see. But we need to make use of this possession and what we're doing in the attacking third. Because we seem to have it, but we're not really creating much with it. Corner ball, Creswell again, looking to whip it in. Creswell's told Pablo Fornals no on the short one because he's marked. Whips it in towards the back post. Oh, it's gone up.
Oh, no one's
It's
there.
not cleared though.
Oh, well done.
Back
Oh,
in.
unlucky.
Bowen
Bowen.
chips back in
Onto
again.
his right foot.
Knocked up in the air
Oh,
again.
he's dummied it. Hilaire's dummied it.
Three guys there.
Three West Ham players going forward. Hilaire.
It's
gone out for a goal kick.
Goal kick.
Chelsea
got
player
a
down
player
injured.
down. Is that
Yeah.
Zuma? I'm pretty sure he's all right. The way he's laying on the floor, I'm pretty sure he's all right. He's probably just got like a whack on the head contesting headers. Which might be interesting in January because I don't know if they'd make the concussion doctor come on for that. Let's have a look. Are they, oh, no.
I have
sort
no
of
idea. I can't
crumbled
keep up.
He sort of crumbled in a melee. It looked like he got fouled by his own player and then Ogbonna's fallen on top of him as he's come down off his header.
It's just literally Oggy falling on top of him, but I don't think it was a head injury.
Well, no. But, you go down holding your head, the rest normally stops the game. So
That's going to stop the game, yeah. So, a professional dive.
It's smart play. He did land on him, but I wouldn't say it was his head. It was like more like he literally just put his whole body weight on top of him, didn't he?
Yeah.
But they train everyone now, especially now we're going to get the concussion subs. It's just going to be.
Is that January?
Yeah. Which is, I don't know if it's true. I need to look it up. I was when I was on Stell's video last night. Might have been Foe might have said apparently if a team makes a concussion sub, the opposition team also has the opportunity to make a sub.
Yep.
I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't looked at that yet.
Let's get the comments here and see what people say. Oh, Philip, mate, I'm so sorry. I know I'm yawning, but that's just the nature of having two kids under the age of 4 who are just so excited about
Keeping me
Santa
up all
coming.
night.
Keeping me up all night, so excited about Santa coming, so I'm sorry, mate. Vaclav and now come on West Ham corner. Dalek saying bring on Ben Rama. West Ham have played short. Please get Benrahma on now. Lee Ansell, Benrahma wants to go back to Brentford.
4
at
hours
this rate.
getting stuck. Oh, nutmeg there from 4 hours. Good ball out from Creswell.
Philip,
Well won by Haller.
Stop you on. It's the
Go on,
second
Haller.
time you're telling me,
Let's run
Philip,
it back.
mate. Apologies.
Go on, Haller. 4 into Noble. Noble out to Bowen. So it was well battled there from Haller. Won it, boss. Cutting inside, back outside, get the cross in.
Oh, good play.
Oh, it's going out for a corner.
Is he going to get it for a corner?
Yeah,
He's done
just
it, well
about.
done. So Fowles helped that run out. Come on, West Ham. 56 minutes gone.
Another corner. We need to make one of these count, you know.
Yep.
For supposedly the second best team in the league for set pieces, Chelsea are obviously the best team. We haven't actually really we haven't tested Mendy from a corner yet, or a set piece.
Here comes Oggy. Bowen on the corner from the left-hand side. An in-swinger. Can't beat the first man, which is rubbish.
Ooh.
I hate that.
Oh, well played,
Really
Noble.
annoys me.
Hint of a handball there.
Noble's won it back.
Dowie.
Oh, well done. Cut inside.
Sold on to the dream there. Oh, I didn't even get the corner though. Well, Abraham just come way down the wing. Now gone backwards now. Chelsea near their own box. Back out to Kante, who's playing right back right now.
Yeah.
Into Mount.
Oh, he's giving it
Haller.
straight to Haller. Oh, unlucky.
Oh, he nearly nicked it. Back into Zuma.
Haller's work
Zuma
rate
to
tonight, by the way.
Silva.
Honestly, I'd love to look at his
Silva.
heat map.
Out to Emerson.
You got to agree with that, Matt, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. Like, people
Haller's
that say
everywhere.
he doesn't run enough.
He is running tonight.
Yeah.
Come on, West Ham.
Little flick on. Go on. Nicked
And
back
see-
by Soufal.
And see, because we're seeing this form of this type of running,
Go on, West Ham. Soufal
We're
wins it
behind.
again. That free kick? Yeah, it's a free kick to West Ham.
and see, because we're behind and we are pressing forward, but like you said, mate, maybe another 10 minutes and then hopefully we'll see something, a bit of movement. But we've got momentum, and that's maybe where you need to bring the player on rather than waiting. I think for a game like tonight,
Mount just catching Bowen there. Well done by Noble. Won the ball, snuck in and won the ball.
yeah.
It's
Got to give credit to Noble, mate. He's been decent. Done a job.
He does. He is slow, and that's my only thing. But
But he's effective in that position.
Yeah.
He gives us an option. Maybe not your first option, but it's an
No.
option.
Creswell, I think it's to be Soufal to whip it in. Go
Which he
on.
has done.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought
okay,
that
went
was
up for the
gonna land
header. I
thought
do not know
was
how
gonna
that.
land
How
on,
is that not a corner, mate? How is that not a corner?
I'm sure Silva wins this header.
It does, because he looks like Oggy looks like he heads it down and the ball goes up.
Yeah, it looks like.
What's he doing?
Into Silva's head. If they hadn't touched it, obviously Souček was in behind him, but I'm sure.
Let's have a look here. Ball get crosses in. Oggy
Yeah,
heads
he heads
down,
it down
and yeah, it's actually
into
Thiago Silva heads the ball out for a corner, and the
Yeah.
referee's giving it to a goal kick. Plonker.
The thing is, you generally know in the Premier League. I mean, I know they all get told not to claim for everything, but normally defenders don't try and claim for a corner for themselves unless they know it's a corner. I know attacking players will just claim for everything. When they're attacking, the defenders will claim for everything when they're defending. Like, they'll claim for the goal kick.
Yep.
But you rarely see a defender at a corner attacking, calling for another corner.
Lee Ansell, sorry, is asking me, Anton, will your little ones be West Ham? Yes, they will, mate.
Don't have a choice, do they?
They don't have a choice. I took Freddie, my boy who's 4. I never took him to the game, but I took him outside the stadium for the last ever game at Upton Park, and we were actually interviewed by ITV News because myself, my son, and my dad were there, and it was 3 generations of West Ham fans. So I also took.
I've got to disagree with you there, mate. The reason we're 1-0 down is because of Noble.
No,
Go on, mate, finish your thing.
I do disagree with that. I do disagree with that comment, though. Yes, mate. I took Freddie into the bowl-in, and I lay him down, and he was 7 weeks old, mate. And I lay him on the pitch at Upton Park. So Freddie has no idea, but he has actually physically touched Upton Park grass as a 7-week-old baby. So he's got no choice, mate. He's got no choice in the matter. Wait, what's this?
Yeah, this comment, the reason we're 1-0 down is because of Noble. I would highly disagree with that.
Yeah, I do disagree with that.
I would say the reason we're 1-0 down is because Bowen didn't follow his runner.
Yeah.
I would say the reason we're 1-0 down is because we've got 4 players on the pitch that are over 6 foot, 5 players on the pitch that are over 6 foot, and someone decided that Bowen would mind mark Thiago Silva at a corner. We've got a Bonner and Balbuena, Rice and Souček, and Haller.
Yeah.
And you put no Bowen on him. So I would say 50% of the game was with Bowen because he didn't even follow and compete. And 50% whoever looked at tactics and went, right, when we're man marking at corners, you're marking Silva.
Yeah. Reese is saying, my little one's already supports West Ham. I've taught her to say Irons. She's 2.5. Reese, I'm exactly the same, mate. I'm exactly the same. Like I said, the kids don't have a choice. In actual fact, I've got, I don't know how many nieces and nephews, about 13, 14, 15 nieces or nephews, and every single one of them that was born, the first thing they wore on like the first and second day of their lives was a West Ham top. So yeah, got to start them young, keep them keen. Fantastic, mate. My 3-year-old's West Ham United, poor things, they're all in 420s now. Been there 4 generations this end. It's good stuff, though, isn't it?
Bowen knocked out Chelsea corner.
It's good, though, isn't it? Well, it's good, I was going to say, but what kind of journey are we sending our youth on? Do we really want to send them on this journey? That we've... it's an emotional roller coaster.
It's character building.
Do you know what, though, Matt?
If you was like a Man City fan or a Man
Matt,
United fan.
I wouldn't change it for the world, mate. Wouldn't change it for the world.
So I reckon now, I bet about now, Ben Ryan's about to come on.
It's got
This
to,
is what I
surely.
think. Ball whipped in. Well defended. Oh, was that a West Ham goal kick?
I don't know, it was like two West Ham players there went for that. Go on, get up, you idiot. Silva. Who was it? Bowen and Creswell? No.
Oh,
Creswell
it's
and Souček.
Souček at the near post. I think he has given a goal kick.
Come on, West
Oh,
Ham.
there we go.
Oh, here he is, Ben Rama. Here he is.
Yeah.
As predicted.
Well, West Ham with a quick corner out to
Well
Noble.
done, West Ham. Well done.
Noble back
What
out
a good
to
play
Creswell.
from Haller.
Creswell whips it in.
Good.
Oh, big head from Silva. Mendy with an awful punch up in the air.
Mate,
No, it stayed on the pitch.
what are you talking about? What are you on? What minute are you on?
It just skipped forward. I've just skipped forward 20 seconds. Let me refresh it. I've just skipped forward 20 seconds.
I don't understand how you skip.
It just went like that, like it was buffering, and it just went, and I'm now on 63.25.
Yeah, no, mate, I don't know how you've gone so far ahead.
Let me refresh it.
I'm just getting the Mendy punch now.
I'm refreshing it. I'm coming back in like 6 seconds, so I'll see where it's gone. Yeah, it buffered, like it was. I thought I was going to be really far behind, so I wasn't even looking at the time. I figured you'd already done this. I was like, oh no, I'm in front.
Out wide.
And now
Declan
I'm
Rice.
63.27.
Yeah, you're like a second ahead, but that's fine.
Okay. Long clearance down. Fabianski. I was about to say Randolph then, but Randolph didn't come on, did he? Fabianski come to collect it. I just take it back in to pick it up.
Look how deep Noble is.
Ben Rama's not come on yet, though, is it? You stand there with your shirt about a minute and a half ago, waiting to come
To
on.
be fair, though, mate, he was putting his shirt on. He was just putting his shirt on.
Declan Rice has come short
I think
there.
Nolan was over giving him the rundown. Mark Noble's sitting really deep now. He's sitting really deep. Souček's
down the
moved
line
more up top.
for Haller.
Can you see that, mate?
Oh,
See Souček? He's right up top now. Mark Noble's sitting really deep. Come on, West Ham.
Mendy spraying it out long again. Solid header from Ogbonna. Straight into the feet of that Souček.
Souček.
Into Rice.
Into Rice.
Rice looking to get forward. Fornals. Creswell's called for it. Oh, you can't be doing that. I'm sorry. Noble had that ball, and Creswell's called it, and then he's put that ball in. Well played, Ogbonna. Swept it up. West Ham come forward again.
I'm going to refresh now and see if I can just catch up with you. Even the 1 second annoys me.
Just annoying you. I'll tell you what. I'll let you call it.
No, it's fine. No, keep carrying on, mate.
Ogbonna's Rice is in left back right now, looking to spray it again. Goes back actually to Nobles, playing centre back right now. Nobles Babuena, bringing it over the halfway line into Haller. Haller lays it off to Souček on the wing. Sorry,
65, 11, 12.
Yeah, 13. There you go. Yep.
Souček, good play.
Sorry, Souček. Oh,
You keep getting them mixed up,
I bet
mate.
he's offside again, isn't he?
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Oh, she's giving it.
There we go.
She's really late with her flags, isn't she?
They're told to, aren't they? They're told to be late. They're told to let the play go and then come back afterwards, because if you put up your flag early and they stop, then it gives a whole load of issues. Whereas if you let it go, they can VAR can always pull it back.
Right, subs getting made, but while you're watching the subs, I'm going to read out some comments. It's funny because my ex's dad is a United fan. I've asked my mum to dig out my whole old West Ham United shirts from the 97-98 season from when I was that size. The Dalek, I bet Sullivan and Gold are laughing because they don't care about us anymore. Leanne, so you can't change your team, otherwise you were never a true supporter in the first place. Your dad and your granddad are West Ham United. Ben Rama on. Fornals is off.
So Chelsea took off Jorginho for Kovacic, which, like I said at the start of the game, they had 2 holding midfielders. I didn't really understand why. So they've now changed that to 1 holding midfielder in Kante. And we've taken off 4 now, which means he's actually... What did I say to you? What did I say to you? We'll make the first sub about 60, 65 minutes. He'll give it 15, 20 minutes. Then Rama will come on and Noble will still be on the pitch. And in fairness, Noble's probably had more to do has probably had more of an effect on this game than Fornals.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Ben Rama now. Ben Rama out in the wing. First chance to touch the ball. Feeds it back to Creswell. In the middle of the park to Declan Rice. Switches
ball,
play
Rice.
all the way out to Soufal. Who cut? Oh, nice little, nice cut inside.
I held the ball, free kick.
Finds Declan Rice, free kick. He's playing on.
We don't want the advantage there. We want the free
I don't know,
kick.
mate. Keep the possession.
Yeah,
You can still call it back, can you not?
Not at this point, no. It's not rugby. Like, as soon as Rice passed it away to Ogbonna, that was the end of it.
Is it when they go forward they can call it back?
No, you can call it back, but once he's passed it to Ogbonna, Ogbonna's made another pass. That's 2 passes.
Yeah.
The advantage is gone. But it's like,
Mark
considering
Noble,
we're the
out wide right.
goals from
hold
set
of the
pieces
ball.
this year, you'd rather have the set piece.
Out to Oggy, deep in the left back position. He goes
spray,
big and
ball
long. Finds Haller. Good touch.
Is that Bowen?
Bowen, yeah. Well played. Go left.
Wide to Creswell.
He's fine. Creswell. What? Ah!
Ben Rama. I think, did he like ping that off his thigh or something?
Good play from West Ham. Really good play from West Ham.
Creswell. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Ben Rama. He's tried to control it, but it's bounced up and he's tried to hit it on a volley, but he's kind of half hit it and it's just trickled out. Unlucky son. West Ham throw in. 68 minutes gone.
Into Ben Rama. Oh, he lost out on that.
Yep, he did.
Timo Werner looking to counter.
That's fine.
That's our ball.
West Ham throw in.
So back to Rice, back to Ogbonna, switch it and go again. He will not be happy with this Lampard. And that's my only worry, is that we've had the possession and we're still lacking that final ball. That final ball's still eluding us. We haven't found that final ball yet. And in the first half, when Chelsea were firing all cylinders, they were finding the final ball every single time. You know, they always say you've got to do something when you're on top.
Yep.
And I would say, at the moment, we are on top, but we're not doing anything with it. Chelsea kind of...
Oh, Oggy's giving it... Oh, that was lucky.
Lucky. Deck on the ball. Spray it out to Soufal. Yeah.
Oggy's got a hold of the ball and tried to clear it and cleared it straight to a Chelsea player, but it's taken a bad first touch. Fortunately, Declan Rice was back there to clear it up.
Nothing Haller can do about that. You put it 10 yards over his head. Long ball from Zuma.
Good pressure from West Ham, no?
Well played, Oggy. Back to Fabianski.
That will do, mate. That will do.
Balbuena. Clever touch. It's a Haller. Go on, Haller. Hold it. Oh, good flick, Haller. Kept it. Go on, Bowen. No one in the box, though. Oh, he's tried to pick out the only guy in the box is Ben Rama, and he's shanked that out for a goal kick. We're over them, yeah, we are, but they look somewhat comfortable, I would say. Lampard not looking impressed on the touchline.
Yeah, no, well, no wonder, because West Ham are much continued the possession play and the attacking, so we're doing all right.
Good ball. Good for... Go on, Ben Rama. Ah, it's a bit adjust. The old head there. Mendy with a long ball. Flick on from Abraham. Oh, and what is that clearance?
That's lucky.
Barbuena. Soufal basically went for a volley and shanked it over his own head and put Timo Werner in 1-on-1, but recovery. Oh, dodgy bounce of the ball there. Oggy slipped. Abraham in the box.
Get hold of the ball.
Oh,
well done,
brilliant
Benrahma.
tackle, Benrahma.
Really well done, Benrahma.
Unlike his game against, was it Villa, wasn't it, when he gave away that penalty? Much better nicking of the ball there. That's it, Benrahma, well held. Go on. Noble sprays it. Oh, brilliant ball. Out to Souček. Look at Soufal.
Oh, is he going to get it?
No, he is.
Deep though.
He wanted the header,
Benrahma.
didn't he? Back to Creswell. Back to
Rice.
Noble. Back to Rice again.
Oh, switch play. Good ball. Soufal. Go on. Keep it in. He has.
Whip it in.
Got a nice whip in he.
Whipped in. Oh, good head. Solid defending.
They're defending, mate. They're having to defend. They're throwing their bodies on the line here. I mean, West Ham are attacking, and I'm going to be honest with you, mate. This has got the vibe of Yarmolenko.
Go on.
We're driving forward enough, mate. We're driving.
Whip it in. Back post.
Oh!
Put it back across goal.
Come on, Halle. Oh. Mate, we need to bring Yarmolenko on.
We need to do something while we're on top. Because I just.
Listen, I need to go to the toilet. I'm gonna leave you to do it. Sorry, mate.
Go on,
mate. What is it they say? Once you pop, you can't stop.
What we got? Back to Creswell, left back to Fabianski. Ooh, clever with the sneaky pass instead to Ogbonna. Ogbonna bringing it out from the back. Into Noble, back to Ogbonna. Ogbonna getting closed down. Out to Benrahma, flicks inside. Oh, they both dumped it for each other. Creswell and Halle both left it. Chelsea come forward. It's Timo Werner into that Kovacic. He's brought down by Ogbonna. Cheap foul to relieve a bit of the pressure. We've dominated probably for the first half an hour of this half, but we haven't had much to show for it. And that's my worry right now. Chelsea coming forward on the left-hand side. Play back to Kovacic 30 yards out. He switches it to Aspilicueta. Again, out wide to Werner. Aspilicueta back in. Chelsea have switched it through the fullbacks back out to the other side. So Silva into Kante into Kovacic. Kovacic out to Aspilicueta. Back with Kante. Switches it out to Emerson. Closed down by Soufal and out for a Chelsea throw-in. 50-50 possession. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like we've had a lot more of the ball. But stats don't lie. Emerson. Clever 1-2 with Mason Mount. Oh, someone's gone down there. Headed up and out. Clearance by Benrahma.
Come on, West Ham.
Is that a foul or is that someone making a meal of it? We'll find out in a minute.
Mate.
There's Mason Mount that went down. And he played a 1-2. You're not going to get that.
Absolutely nothing.
You're not going to get that.
15 minutes to go. I want to see a bit of the old
Barbuena plays it long.
Ukrainian prince.
Dummied. It's gone right through both Souček and Halle there. Flick on from Abraham.
Oh, come on. No.
Werner. He's looking to
West Ham
square up
men behind the ball. 3-on-4.
Soufal. Oh,
good
tackle.
standing up play from Soufal.
And it's gone out for a throw-in for Chelsea.
I really like Soufal. Really like him.
Chelsea with another throw-in, right down in our right back position. Oh, that's poor West Ham. 4 players there, and Kovacic had a free control of the throw-in. Counting into Pulisic across to Azpilicueta. Chelsea will cycle it back for the centre-backs again.
Chelsea on the ball, back
Chelsea
halfway line.
Last sort of 5 minutes, Chelsea have really taken the ball back from us. We just haven't seen the ball.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, mate, even though we're playing well, we now need to start creating chances. And in order to create chances, this is where we need to drive forward. We need to bring something else on to change the game a little bit again. And this is why I think, Yarmolenko alongside Benrahma, Haller, Bowen. I think it's time. It's got to be done.
Azpilicueta.
We're not massively penetrating. We are playing well.
No, that's what I said.
But we're not. Yeah.
We had the possession, but they sort of were happy for us to have it. They didn't look in any sort of trouble.
But you can see now, mate. You can see where Mark Noble is. He's so far forward.
Out to Timo Werner.
Come on, close him down.
Brings it in. Abraham. 2-0.
Oh, he's got no way. He's got to disallow that surely, because I thought, did Abraham, was he not offside?
Didn't look like it.
I think VAR's checking it.
Looks like it's 2-0.
I don't understand. Did you not think he was off?
Well, let's have a look. From the very start, long ball, obviously straight away, he's onside. Abraham flicks it, he's onside. Next pass to Werner, Werner's onside. No, he's miles on.
Oh, he's on.
Whole team pushed out and Creswell stood still. That's game over. For me, that's game over. Whole team's pushed out. Creswell sat back, played Abraham on side. Fabianski's not even really dived because he expected.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. Right, this is where I'm at. We were still in the game there. We were still in the game. And I think the problem was we were attacking, we were playing well. And what we've done, like you said, Matt, we've allowed them the last 5 minutes to come back into the game and bang, they've got a goal. We need to make a change now. There's nearly 15 minutes if you include injury.
Just come on my phone. West Ham.
What are you looking at your phone for? Don't look at your phone.
Because I'm watching the game on my phone. And it's just come up. It's just said 3-0. It said Abraham scored again.
Don't, mate. Don't.
And the chat just said it's 3-0 as well. Chelsea coming forward with Werner again, running right through the middle. Werner out to Pulisic or Mason Mount. Ball to the back post. Header from Werner. Back to Abraham. Open goal.
3-0.
Yeah. It was actually a really good save from Fabianski for the first part. And then just like that, it's
I'm gonna tell you as it is, Matt. You ready for this? We were in this game. But we've not made the substitution at the right time when we were going forward to counter our possession, to counter our threat, and we've left it too late, and then they've counter-attacked us. They've gained possession again. West Ham were doing well. We started off the second half like we ended the first half, and that was our opportunity. And what have we went and fucking done? We've not made the substitution in time, and we've allowed Chelsea to get back into the game, and we've allowed them to make a threat going forward. We needed to make a substitution maybe literally 5 minutes straight after Benrahma, if not with Benrahma, because we were having threats going forward, but we were not penetrating enough. And we've got a player with a talent on the bench who's just back, Yarmolenko. And if Moyes is going to make these decisions, with regards to Noble and dropping Benrahma, he needs to be able to quickly change it. Whether we're gaining possession and moving forward, or whether we're struggling and going back. Now we're struggling. Now we're panicking. The players are passing the ball between each other, and now they're shitting themselves. Well, in the space of a minute, mate, they've gone 3-0 up.
It's like I said, right? By the way, I still think there's some... For much as I said, we didn't take the chance when we had it, right? We didn't. We dominated for 30 minutes in that second half without really creating anything. They just let us have the ball. And what did I say? I worried that as soon as they get a chance, they're going to score, and they did. And what else worries me is, yes, for the most part this season, we've actually been rather solid when we've had the ball, right? So we've been rather solid when we've conceded goals, but The 2 times we've played the big teams, we played Chelsea and Man United, we conceded 2 goals in 2 minutes. You know,
that's because we're not implementing and using our squad to the best of our advantage. It's
like as soon as that second goal went in, the heads just dropped.
Yeah, and do you know what? You've just seen Haller there kicking off. He's raging. He's fucking raging because he's thinking, support me. I don't know what else he needs to do. People are going to sit here and slate Haller again for his performance tonight. It's not Haller's fault. It's not his fault. He's actually had a good performance tonight. But I'm sorry, guys. You can't blame Noble for tonight either, because Noble's not had a shit game. He's not had a shit game.
But what did I say at the start? I said at the start, Moyes turned up to park the bus, right? He turned up to not lose.
But mate, how many years and how many seasons have we tried to park the bus, and quite possibly we get a thrashing when we do that?
Well, and lo and behold, I know it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't deserve to be, but
it doesn't deserve to be. But the thing is, we had gained possession. We were driving forward. And at that point was when we need to change something. We need to change something to offer us a bit of like va-va-voom going forward. Yes, we brought Benrahma on, but that's not just enough. And this is where I disagree with the substitutions, because now I'm a bit like, well, they scored the goal, 3 minutes ago? With 10 minutes to go, we still not made a substitution. I'm not saying, but we haven't. Make the substitution.
No. It's almost like
bring
he's now
Yarmolenko on. Give him a bit of game time.
It's almost like he's now gone, it's 3-0. Like, because we conceded them 2 goals in 2 minutes, he's gone, the game's over now. There's no point. Basically what it feels like for me.
He's calling someone from the bench. Is it Yarmolenko? He just nodded to someone on the bench.
Well, that's Kai Havertz is coming on.
I don't
understand. We deserve a goal
baffled.
in this game, but the clinical finishing, Chelsea 100% deserve to win this.
Who was that was going warming up? Johnson.
I didn't even see.
You can get away with the team we've put out today if you can justify it by making good substitutions, in my opinion. And we're now in the 83rd minute, and I'm not slagging off Mark Noble, but Mark Noble was the one we could have given up his position for in the second half to allow a creative player like Yarmolenko to come on whilst we're moving forward, whilst we're gaining possession.
For me, the first sub I would have made would have been Benrahma for Noble, and with 4 hours in the middle, giving it 10 minutes, and then I would have put on like Yarmolenko.
Yeah.
If 4 hours wasn't doing it in the middle, but he went 4 hours for Benrahma. We shipped 2 goals in 3 minutes 5 minutes ago. He hasn't made a second sub yet. And I think it was 78 and 80. So in the last 6 minutes, we've seen the 2 goals. He hasn't made a change. And I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. At the start of the game, I said he's put his team out to sit back, try and absorb. And then, like you said, when we've had the possession, we had the attacking impetus, he didn't make a change to give it that. Now, again, like I said, I would have rather rotated in Palace or thingy.
Declan Rice taking on everyone, cross out wide, but no one's in the middle, apart from Haller.
No. Chelsea,
but no one else is there supporting him.
Bowen recycled it well. And as I said, there was one way that I could see this tactic working. They didn't even play it. This tactic at the start of the game, I said the only way I can see Noble playing is if they make him and Rice sit and Souček pushes up alongside Haller and you just ping crosses in. Now, Souček's been making runs, but he's not there every time. You know, Moyes threw his shape and he threw what was been working for no apparent reason to nullify Chelsea, and it's spectacularly backfired.
It has. But if he had made, in particular tonight, substitutions at the right time, it might not have backfired, because we conceded 2 goals in a minute and we were still in the game. If that minute hadn't taken place, and maybe that minute wouldn't have taken place if West Ham had countered or taken advantage of the fact that we were in possession and driving forward. And when we were in possession, driving forward, we needed creativity and a player who could potentially penetrate a defence and or shoot from distance or create something from nothing. Who's that player? The guy on the bench, Ukrainian Prince, Yarmolenko, who's also done it against Chelsea before. Something from absolutely nothing, and he's not done it. It's pissed me off. I'm sorry, it's pissed me off.
The problem is as well. What I would say is that yes, we had a lot of possession in that second half. Have we had a shot on target?
Ugh.
I don't think we've tested them once. And I know people will say, it doesn't deserve to be 3-0. But if
It doesn't deserve to be 3-0.
But if you don't have a shot on target, you've got zero chance of scoring.
But that's the thing, though. No, but you're right. No, you're right. You're completely right. And this is where that argument then takes over when you say we've not created a shot on target, but we've gained possession and we're driving forward. So if we've not had a shot on target, what do you do? What are you going to do?
Nothing with it.
You need to bring on someone else who's going to create it.
Chelsea out West Ham. Chelsea got the goal early, had a spell of possession, sat back, absorbed. They've looked comfortable. For the 30 minutes we had the ball, they didn't create anything. I don't think Lampard will be happy with that. I don't think for the first, between the 45th and the sort of 70th minute, that 25 minutes, they didn't have the ball. And he wouldn't be happy about that. And all of a sudden, in the 70th minute, they started getting possession of the ball again, sort of shutting us down, not letting us just walk around and do what we wanted. And then the quality of their attack showed. They created 2 chances, scored 2 goals. Hit us on
Do you know what? I would appreciate and respect Moyes even more if after this he doesn't just sit and say we played well, we had good possession, I'm proud of the team tonight, just through defensive errors, or he will say that. But if he actually turns around and goes, you know what, I just wish he would, and I know he won't. I made a couple of wrong decisions tonight. Because Matt, fucking 10 minutes ago we were in this game. Sorry, I've just seen you were there.
No, that's all right, mate. I'm just raging, really.
Oh, we've given the ball away again.
Oh, no, here we go.
Crossbar.
Let's hit the crossbar.
Oh, that should have been 4.
Should be 4.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think he's totally missed it. And the actual flow of the game there. Basically, we were 1-0 down. We were matching them, but it wasn't working. Whatever we were doing wasn't working. So he brings on Ben Rama for Fornals. What he should have done is kept Fornals on, but he should have brought on the Yarmolenko at the same time, or soon afterwards, just to put on that pressure, change it up.
Yeah, build on the pressure that we were doing, because we were going forward and we were driving forward and we were creating.
That is just showing that he's just waiting for it to happen, and it's not happening. Yeah. You've got to force this to happen. You're 1-0 down. You're losing the game anyway, so you've got to chase it at some point. And
today, he's done classic Village.
And that pressure, that pressure that we were, the last 20 minutes of the first half, and first 20 minutes of the second half, whilst it was good to see, it wasn't working. It wasn't producing a goal, and that's why I needed to change it.
Do you know what tonight's game was? Tonight's game was the Moyes of old. Yeah, I'm really honest. I'll be honest. It's like every now and then, Moyes is changing our minds and our mindsets.
He gets it wrong.
But every now and then, when he gets it wrong, he fucking really gets it wrong. And this is a Moyes of the old. And I'm not going to panic. Bowen's off.
For Fredericks. So you're shutting up shop at 3-0 down and just gone, I don't want to concede any more goals. This is what he's just done. In a 90th minute 3-0 down.
But do you know what, though? A decision like that is where we concede again.
But you know what, though? Honestly, put Johnson on.
Yeah, because each week it's like 1 minute it's Fredericks, the next minute it's Johnson, the next minute it's Fredericks. I get you've got squad rotation, but when you're talking about a minute at the end of a game, these two guys, it's like hokey pokey. 3 minutes. 3 minutes injury time. What, Snoddy came on last week for 10 seconds?
Yeah. I would have put Bowen on. I would have put Johnson on, just give him a bit of run out. But it was.
I'm not Stephen's put a comment in there. I'm not like. I'm not saying, Moyes, like he's just made a big fucking boo boo tonight. He's tactically done it wrong tonight, and it was tonight was like the Moyes of old.
He took the big one noble, and it spectacularly backfired.
It was like he was worried about Chelsea.
That's what I said. That's what I said before the game. I said every game so far. Yes, he's up and changed it a little bit, but the core players and the core way of playing has been there. And then today he saw Chelsea, and then because Lanzini had a knock, and because Masuaku's out, because Antonio's out, he's like, "Oh, 3 of my guys that could do stuff going forward.
Yeah.
I'm just going to shut up."
But the thing
shop
is,
here.
we're getting beat, and we've not played bad. We've not played awful. We've
It's
just
annoying me because I would say we didn't play well. As I said, Chelsea, which isn't the way Chelsea's supposed to play. It's supposed to we're supposed to play. But Chelsea, I say Chelsea out Moyes. Chelsea got the goal early from a set piece. We always do. Had 10, 15, 20 minutes of good possession. The first half was theirs. I would say from the 25th minute until about the 70th minute, it was, barring a couple of counter-attacks, all one way. But Chelsea were happy to let us have the ball and counter. And exactly what happened. You know, when you've got Timo Werner and Tammy Abrahams and Christian Pulisic and Kai Havertz, even Ziyech is not even playing today, you're going to score goals. So that's when I saw it, and I said to you, that is probably going to be a 4-3-3 or 4-5-1, and we're going to sit back and try and absorb, and it's not going to work. And then when you do that, and then Chelsea give you the ball...
We've got hundreds of men behind the ball, but Chelsea have found their way through. Fabianski...
Yeah. When you do that, you know, Chelsea basically turned around and said, actually, you know what, you have the ball, you come break us down.
Well, that's it, lad. What can we say?
They can do it.
Opportunity lost there. Opportunity lost big time.
I would say opportunity never even came... Oh, we never even turned up to the opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, the guy was standing at the corner of the street with a lemonade stand, do you want a free lemonade? And we did that and walked past.
Mandy's saying there's no disgrace in getting beat here. I do agree with you. I do agree with you on that. Right?
We gave a good account of ourselves, and that's
we gave a good account of ourselves. It's tonight's decision was related around tactics, formations. Yeah, frustrating. It's frustrating because we know we're better than that. Yeah.
That there was an opportunity there. I said before the game, I said 1-1.
Game's over, full time. Chelsea 3, West Ham 0. Matt and Alf, before you carry on, are you okay to carry on for 5 minutes and I'll quickly set up?
Okay, I'm going to shoot off. But yeah, I can stay for another couple of minutes. Yeah, sure.
Right, cool. And then me and you, Matt, are we doing the review? Yeah.
Yes, mate. Yeah, I'll get straight on it.
Right, cool. Okay, I'll let you close off and I'll go and set up. Anyone that's watching will aim for 10:15 for a review, highlights and words videos, and I'll pass over to Alf and Matt to close off. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Ant. Well, everybody, what do we think of that? You know, so we're going to have the reviewers say 15:15 with Ant and Matt. I'm really disappointed in that. I know you are, Matt.
I don't want to say it because I don't like gloating, but I told you so.
Well, I did say, you know, at worst, at good, we could get a 1-0 win. At worst, I think it could be a 3-0 loss. I think I said that anyway. And yeah, it was, unfortunately, that was the case, wasn't it, really? I mean, you know, we were...
This comment...
We're not building on pressure. I've noticed this about Moyes quite a lot. That, you know, we can't get pressure. We're getting pressure. And then we're not building on it. We're not kind of really piling on the pressure with substitutions, changing it. And he doesn't do that, unfortunately. I think I'm going to put this loss down to Moyes tonight. I really am. Because I think that there was lots of opportunities in the game. I wasn't so worried about the start of the starting lineup. I'm more blaming him for the way we opened up the second half. The way we failed to make an impression on the game with the team that we had, and he didn't really change it up. He didn't change it up quick enough. And, you know, Ben Rama on for 4 nails when we still need that drive forward, that creativity going forward. I think, you know, Haller was doing all right. I thought he was doing all right, but I think Noble wasn't. He was doing all right as well, but we just needed to change it up. I think we've got to get away from this fact that, we're making a substitution because the player's playing badly. That's not necessarily the case. We need to make substitutions to change the way that we're playing or change or make an impact on a game. And Ben Rama by himself wasn't never going to do it. We needed something else. We needed, you know, a double substitution, let's say, you know, just to really put the fear into Chelsea whilst we were on top. And because we didn't do that, they got their goal. Then they got another straight away. It was game over. You know.
Yeah.
What a shame.
It was. That's the annoying thing, is that we tactically got it wrong, and that's cost us a point.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
I think for 78 minutes of that, or 77 minutes that game,
Yeah,
we were fully deserving of a point.
yeah. We needed. We needed. You know, we could have salvaged that. We could have salvaged a point there. It was definitely for the taking to get. I wouldn't say we were definitely there for a win, but I think we were definitely there for a draw. And it just didn't happen.
For 78 minutes, we were worth a draw, but then the last 12 minutes, as soon as that second goal went in, it was game over. Heads went, third goal come in. And really, I mean, you think of the misses that Werner had.
Yeah.
It could have been fine.
Yeah, they could have had quite a few more as well. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody, thanks for tuning in to this game against Chelsea. We lost 3-0. The highlights show is going to come after 15:15 with Matt and Anton. Anybody else coming on, do you know, or just you two?
Probably to that link.
Just you two, right? I'm going to have to shoot off, unfortunately. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check out the website and the store if you want any of those mugs as well. And thanks again to OneFootball for sponsoring this video as well. Really appreciate that. And Matt, anything last thing to say, or are you going to say it all in the review?
Onwards and upwards to Brighton.
Onwards and upwards. Yeah. Hopefully we'll do better in the next game. But yeah, this was, I think Anton was saying, or you were saying during the game, this is a little bit like Moyes of the old, a little bit.
Yeah.
And we need to snap out of this and get back into the way we.
Hopefully it's a one-off.
Yeah, hopefully. Right. Cheers all. Thanks for that, and we'll catch you on the next game. Ta-da.